Welcome to Flat Earth Debate. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these live shows, and most importantly, if you would like to join the debate, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click on the link in the info box below this video to join the discussion and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number one, please do not swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please do not try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please share this show, as it does increase the live audience, of course, and that in turn increases the chances of us having a more diverse panel. So please share the show, and one last time, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Could do a few shout outs while I'm sharing the show myself. So, Daylie, Ohio, first one in. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. Near Base, thanks again for being here. Good to see you, my friend. Chris, good to have you as well. Hyena Earth, very good to see you in our chat. Thanks for being here. Nick, formerly Nick L, good to have you. Nice to see you as well. Non-stop for gamers doesn't realise that by muting me doesn't make a blind bit of difference as I'm streaming on OBS. But thank you for joining to test the Hangout, non-stop gaming or whatever you were called. Baz, nice to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. Roger MC, good to see you too, my friend. Thanks for being here. Bill G, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being in our live stream. Please share the show. Karen P. Coltrane, thanks for being here. Smash that share button. Dabs for sleep, thank you for all your support. Thank you for all your comments. Much appreciated. Jeff, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being in our live stream. Vinegar Strokes, good to see you always. Thanks for being here. Arwin, hello. Adam Young, nice to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. HootYube, very much appreciate your comments and support, you HootYube. Thanks for being here. GoPro Flat Earth Derp, nice to see you. There's a lot of people in here already. Lucas Mac UK, nice to see you, my friend. Thanks for being in our live stream chat. Brenda Von Ashen, good to see you as well. Looks like you've got a new avatar, that's a sock account impersonating you. Either way, good to have you. Ray, nice to see you. Cat Earth, good to have you here. Nice to see you, Alex. Base, thank you for being here. No spam, please. Globe Bullshit, thanks for being in our live stream. Nice to see you as well. Pate Laros, thanks for being here. Nice to see you. Morky Love, shout out to you. Good to see you. That's pretty much it. I think I've reached the end of my live stream, so I'll run through my links again. If you are new to this channel, or you have not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it is live, and if you would like to join the debate, simply click on the link in the info box below this video. Be sure to mute the page you are currently watching before you click on that link to join the show and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number one, please do not swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please do not try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. Please share this show, as it does increase the live audience, and that in turn increases the chances of us having a larger or more diverse panel. So please share the show. And once again, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. You may hear from me one more time if we're not joined by our first actual guest. If not, you'll hear me run through the exact same information in a few minutes' time. Face says, I wonder what happened when you die. Which is a very poignant question. Then he follows it up with, I hope it's better than this SH1T. Love it, Face. Most poignant question followed by the most depressing sentiment ever. Been joined by Sleeping Warrior. Good to have you here, Sleeping Warrior.
Nathan, did you get my message?
I got lots of messages. I was having a snooze, so I didn't go through my Skype when I started the show. Good to have you, Arwen. I'll check it in a moment, though.
They've changed Google Maps now, so it matches exactly our observation.
Oh, right. Yep. I don't know. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I remember saying exactly the same thing to Jeremy.
I'm going to get Ranty to talk through it, because he spotted it about an hour ago, 40 minutes ago. Basically, if you ever wanted an admission that we were correct, right, and that your ball Earth model was wrong, how's about Google Earth have now changed it so that it now matches precisely what we've observed, to the point where Ranty's pointing out of the landmarks are now on Google Maps exactly the way it now appears. And previously, you couldn't even see the Isle of Man, but now they've got it to the point where it's precise. So wait until Ranty comes in, and then we'll show it. You're not going to believe it. It's just like, so basically all those people that are doubting us saying, oh yeah, you're full of shit this and you're full of that and the other. Why would it be the case that Google Earth have now changed it in the last 24, 48 hours? Somebody tell me that.
Well, they corrected it beyond the standard baseline globe model with the curve, the assumed curve, and they adapted to what's really seen. So they changed the formula to make it match.
Yeah, but they're also making a flat observation now become ball. They're making it look curved.
Yeah, but they can make whatever they want.
Come on, Ranty, where are you?
Been joined by Brenda. Good to have you, Brenda.
You had the wrong join link before.
Good to have you here, Brenda. Also, good to see you, Ranty. How you doing, Ranty? You hear us, Ranty?
Yeah. I'm kind of licking my wounds at the minute.
Okay.
Go on, Ranty. May as well just dive straight into this before everybody fills the panel and we don't get a chance to speak. Share your screen, Ranty, and if Nathan, and present to everyone and just talk through what you've just discovered and just basically show everybody that they've changed it to make it match the observation.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting, really.
Tony.
Right.
Nice to see you.
Right, I need to save the image off there, because otherwise it won't.
Hey, Nathan.
Right, okay.
What's up, guys?
So here we are in St. Bees, and if you look at the eye height, which is down here, which says 34 meters, right? So an elevation of about 100 feet, and we're looking over at St. Bees, the Isle of Man here. Okay.
Which wasn't even in the picture the other day.
Yeah, exactly. So when I've taken a screenshot of that and cropped it out and overlaid it, this is the 36-meter eye height one. If you look at the Isle of Man now, what you see, bit by bit, complete, without a single deviation along this entire landmass, even to the point of including this tail end here. You see the tail end that goes along here that we've been talking about, the 15 or 16 meter observation at the side of the Isle of Man is now evidenced on Google Earth. It literally.
Now we know it's not Ireland.
So now what it means is that if you go and do the observation and then compare it to what Google Earth shows you, it shows you exactly what you would. It'll match your evidence, and then when you zoom out, it looks like we're on a ball. Yeah, before it didn't show that. It didn't even show the Isle of Man. So what they've done is they've made their model now match the evidence, and it means that someone's watching us.
No,
No, it doesn't mean that at all.
Right. Before we get into the
if
wrangle
we-
dangle on that, I'm just gonna. You got just about your chance to get in that information. I'm very pleased for you, but we've been joined by a few more guests. So Chris, I think you're in first.
Hello,
How are you
mate.
doing, Chris?
I've finally got the right link.
Yes.
Oh,
How are you
yeah.
doing? Good to have you. We've also been
Yeah,
joined
that was an
by
unfortunate title you had there, Nathan, so I suppose you had to change it.
what title?
All right, well, if you don't know, I won't tell you, because I can't anyway, because of the rules.
Fair enough.
Well-
We've also got.
Oh, it's
Vegan-
just these idiots that do this. I don't, morons.
Can you all hear me?
Anyway, we've been joined by Part-Time Vegan. How you doing, Vegan?
Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
We can.
Hello?
And we've
Yep.
also been joined by Tim Osman as well. How are you doing, Tim Osman?
What up, Nate?
Good to see you.
All right, man.
Right, almost
Okay,
full,
well,
full
here's
house.
the thing. If we're at 34 meters in altitude, roughly 100 feet, and we type that in here and we see 51 miles to the corner of the Isle of Man, it should be 815 feet. This is refracted. Without refraction, it should be 1,000 feet beyond the curve. But now Google Earth are displaying it like this.
Exactly the
The
way
far
we.
left-hand side. Here we go. You can actually pick out the landmass because it's green. The land.
Wait,
This that
wait,
should be 1,000
sorry,
feet.
I missed a little bit there. Are you saying that Google's now changed their images?
Completely, yeah.
They changed their
Looks-
formula.
Looks the same to me.
Looks the same. It's matching
I'm
up
sorry.
perfectly, isn't it? Yeah, that's just what you'd say. But the curve
It's the
is
same
the-
as what, Brenda? Comparing it to what? Do you have the images stored?
So do you have the
Of
older
how it
image
looked like?
where it shows it change?
Do
Well, here we
do you
have
the
what it
images?
should. Here we have what it should say. This red line that I've put in here, which is where the curve should be. I mean, obviously, this is where the lighthouse is down here, and this is where Google Earth would say the lighthouse is. If you follow the red line and we go along, it gets further. It gets further and further away. This area here, that's this blacky area, is actually these two villages that are merged together, and they should be beyond the curve according to the calculations. But now they appear, as we've seen here. But now they appear on Google Earth.
What is this, like the sixth show you guys are talking about a freaking image? Seriously?
No, it's a tenth show, Tim. It's
No,
a
we're
tenth
talking
show.
about that it changed.
Google Earth now.
I'm
I'm just trying to figure out if it proves what does it prove exactly? Does it
Well,
prove
what
the
it-
Earth is flat or
No, it now
They
proves.
proved that they adapted their model to
If you
what
look
they're
down
Do you
here,
doing.
know Do you know how
Made it more
Google
accurate.
Earth works?
Well,
do you guys have anything else to talk about? I
Guys,
think
well,
most
well,
people in the
guys,
chat
guys.
are sick of your crap. too.
Well, guys, can I just say, 34 meters down here, which is the elevation height on Google Earth, and the far left-hand corner here is 51 miles away, and it's showing up on Google Earth.
Cool, man.
It is showing
Sounds good, dude.
up.
So anyway,
Enough,
hey, I talked to you
guys.
about 6 or 8 months
Enough.
ago about astronomy. Did you ever look into that ever?
Oh
No.
my god.
So funny that a mega corporation just changes its model in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Do you guys know
hilarious.
how?
And you're still going to use
So
it tomorrow
funny.
to get from
Do you
point
guys
A to
know
point
how?
Yes,
Google
it is, but it likes on the flat earth. It's
Do you guys even know how? Do you even know
It's
how Google
hysterical.
Earth works?
Keep it up.
How does
Keep
Google
on
Earth work?
laughing, man.
How does Google Earth work? Do you know?
Who cares? Ranty
Complex sets of
and
food.
the other guy. Do you guys have anything else to talk about besides these pictures? Seriously? You have anything else?
I'm not in the slightest bit high. I've just get the giggles. I'm sorry.
Well,
Riley, Randy, do you guys have anything else?
And there's nothing else more we can say about it. Google have changed their map to suit the evidence.
Oh,
because
that's
their evidence didn't match
inconvenient.
the model. What more do we need to say? Google's
You know,
I'm fine with that because I'm actually sick of this.
If you're sick of it, then just
time
go
to change
away.
the subject, guys.
Yeah, change the subject.
Just put change the subject. Yeah, forget about this information. No, let's just move on. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference, does it?
Well,
No, it really doesn't,
make a
because
difference.
I talked to you about 8 months ago
34
about
meters
astronomy, and you
elevation.
still haven't looked
It
into
should
it.
be
You don't know
1,000 feet
anything
beyond the
else.
curve. It should be it should be 1,000 feet
No,
beyond
it
the
should
curve.
use 100 feet, Ranty. Stop lying.
It should be 1,000 feet beyond the curve.
Stop lying, Ranty.
100 feet. Bullshit. I could put 100.
Ranty.
I could put 100. I could put 100 feet in there right now. It wouldn't make any difference. It would still be 600.
Of course, it makes a difference to how much you see, Ranty. Don't be so stupid.
Well, yes, but you wouldn't see that landmass at the end, would you?
Ranty, do you have anything else to provide this conversation besides a few images?
No, it would appear
Just wondering.
that right now, Google have.
Is that all you have?
So they got to you, Ranty. They got.
That's all you have, Ranty?
So, Ranty,
The evidence is compelling.
you're
Let's
that
face
important
it.
that
The evidence
Google's
is that
watching you,
compelling.
right? Is that what you're saying, Ranty?
Okay, well, we've
You get
seen
your
and
point,
heard
guys.
everything
You
that
don't
we can
care.
from you, so it's time to move on to something else.
Yeah, change the
Okay.
subject.
How about the vernal equinox?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's
talk
get our
about
heads
that.
back in the sky.
Holographic phenomena.
How about the two celestial points, north and
Yeah,
south?
that's great too.
We'll just
Every
note
time
that
it's stars and all that shit with you guys, isn't it?
the way Google Earth works is it downloads the size of images according to your connection and your view. It's dynamic. It downloads images according, to that
Or you
is
could have went
appropriate
into
for your
settings.
No,
connection.
that's only with the
You could have went into
photographic
settings
part.
and changed the terrain detail to high. You could have put the anastrophic settings up. You could have put the anti-aliasing up. You could have done all sorts of things to change the way it looks. And I think this is utterly feeble and hysterical.
Brenda,
So
you
does
mean
it
that,
prove
Google-
that there's not enough curvature, that the Earth is flat? I don't understand what you guys are trying to prove here, because
No,
there's
you
not
find
zero.
out
Their
the thing out
previous
the water,
formula
and now they
incorporating
know
curvature
that-
was incorrect, and they changed it.
It just happens to have happened after Jen Panda released a damning video and the entire affair.
Did nothing. I could
Of
develop
course,
that video
of
in
course.
10 minutes.
Yeah, it was all Google. They got to your auntie.
Riley left.
even-
Riley left
he was
because his
citing-
gig
he was
is almost
citing-
up. Okay? He's got his sidekick Ken Burn
Hang on, wait
guy,
a minute.
but look,
Terrible.
He
Ranty's
cited
done.
the Girl Guides map. He
We're on
cited the
Google
Girl Guides
Hangouts.
map.
Oh
No
my
word of a lie.
God.
It was a Girl Guides
Yeah, they're
map.
pathetic, dude.
I
Mostly
want to know
Ranty.
which one of you or Anthony, is the one that decided to doctor these
Yeah.
photographs and put it on.
Change your settings. You went and
It
you
was
went and
done
changed
by
the
a
settings.
video. You can't doctor a video.
Yes, you
You
can.
guys
Of course
have
you can.
been caught lying to everybody several times already, Ranty. Seriously.
Yeah,
You remember
ISS.
your
How many
moon
times have
transit?
you been lying? You baltards that can't even.
Tell us one example.
Yeah, tell me one time.
example.
Stop being
me one
such
time.
a nest of vipers, you guys. Stop being so poisonous. Come on.
Tell me one time, Ranty.
Completely redundant.
Yes, okay, Mr. Wizard. We've heard enough of you.
That's perfectly fine. You can
Tell
call
me one
later
time,
on.
Ranty.
No problem.
One time.
You've been
what?
caught lying. How many times have I lied, and what did I lie about?
When have I physically gone out and
Do
lied?
it every 10 seconds.
You lied about the moon ISS transit. How about that?
Oh,
That was a lie.
How about the fact that that
CGI
was already
birds.
well known amongst the flat earthers as a test for you guys?
Yeah,
And
funny
no,
how
no,
you
no,
and
no,
I
you-
didn't
your
come
flat
forward and
earth
said
friends
that.
actually
You guys
believe
are
you.
worse liars
You
than
lied.
politicians. You lie
Absolutely not.
constantly.
Absolutely not.
Funny
Mike,
how you Ryan
Ranty,
said
Ranty,
that.
Baby guys, just want to make a quick intro.
Soundly
Sorry to interrupt you all. Bear with me.
forgery.
Bear with me. Would you join by?
Soundly,
Bear with
don't
me.
even
Would you
start
join-
me on Soundly. I found
Oh,
new
he's here, so you
We
can
just need
start
to
on him,
introduce
right?
him.
Or
Bear with me a
found new
second,
evidence
guys.
on him.
Oh, I'm going
No,
to turn
you
you all
don't.
down this early. Right, I've got to turn you down this early just to introduce him. Guys, I'm going to introduce Soundly whether you like it or not. I'm just going to talk intently until you all shut up and I can hear him. Right, bear with me. Soundly,
Hey,
how you doing?
I would like to say one thing about the Isle of Man thing, since we've talked about it ad nauseum now, but they keep saying there should be a certain amount of obstruction. There should be 0 feet of obstruction on a flat model, period.
That's
No, that's not true. That's completely
Well,
not.
actually, yeah, it is true
Absolutely.
because he's also 100 feet
That's
up
according
too.
to
So
your
there should be.
interpretation of flat
You should
Earth.
see it all.
Yeah,
Making
absolutely.
faulty assumptions on how optics work on a flat Earth.
No,
No,
you're just
It's
a
ridiculous
wicked
that
wood
it
elf
is.
over there,
Stop
dude.
making false
Arwen, I
claims.
just had a hangout with you where I completely dismantled you. You don't know
I
what
know.
the hell you're
Not.
talking about. You're
No,
100%
Yeah, he just
called
makes
with
stuff up.
100% confidence. You don't know what you're talking about.
No, you're using machinations. That system that you're using is completely
Machinations is a new word.
Yeah,
You can
machinations.
figure
Yeah, it's a system.
Somebody
that's
else
built to
independent of
deceive
me
you.
models
That's
a
4 syllables.
3D
That's 4
globe
syllables are
and
the job.
shows
It's
you
using
exactly what the
false-
predictions should
false
be, and then
optics.
the observations match those
He's
predictions.
a level 4 high elf
2.5
retard.
minute video completely debunks all of flat Earth on my channel.
No, it doesn't.
It's over.
Machinations.
It's over.
And you run
Not
away.
real
Burning.
math. It's
It's in
fake
embers right now.
formulas you're using.
Tim Osmond's an orc. No?
What happened?
Anyone want to see my
Actually, in the
angles?
background,
I won't
I'm working
just
right now. Rather, Chris Monk is working on his CGI
Oh,
using
wonderful.
exact ray tracing, including air thickness and all that stuff,
Oh, yeah,
to
Mr.
actually show you
Mr.
what it really
Non-biased
looks
himself,
like.
right?
Mr. Chris Monk, who said sunspots were the shadow of the Earth.
Now you're gonna see it
That
yourself, and
Chris
you're
Monk,
gonna know
today.
it's real.
Okay, I'll.
So
You'll
good
see
luck.
a bunch of lies.
I need to mute, man.
You got sexy cankles.
Why, thank you.
Everyone should show their cankles now. Cankle time.
Oh, yeah, I actually saw them after it was another Gem Panther video.
So yeah, you guys are pathetic. Hey Rancy, like I said, 8 months ago, I talked to you about the star trails and how the stars work on the spherical model. Have you even looked into it, or do you just take pictures and stick your thumb up your ass?
No, why would I look up when I'm looking for the flat Earth on the ground?
You're looking for the flat Earth. You're
Well,
trying to prove
also-
your faulty suppositions. Well, that's your
All your
first problem,
star
buddy.
stuff is really nice and
Also-
all, but you don't even know what they
Show
are.
me the curvy
Yes, we
water.
do.
all
Also,
bullshit.
months ago,
Show me the
You
curvy
can't
water.
prove the
You
shape
got
of
Soundly
the
here.
Earth by
Soundly,
the
you want to show me the
so
curve?
good luck with
Show me
that.
curvy water,
Yes, we can.
please.
Yeah, Randy, why don't you clarify
There's
you've
a
got sound in
24/7
it now? Why don't
24/7
you
channel.
clarify about the weather station?
Go watch
Rex,
it.
Remember?
Did you
Show me
really just
curvy
ask
water.
that with Soundly in the room?
Soundly's here, dude.
Did you
He's
really
not just
ask
got a
that?
picture. He's got multiple observations, like multiple
He's
observations.
got a live
I'm
stream.
glad about that
going
because
right now,
that's great.
which you
'Cause that
will know.
looks good for
I've
me.
got a
He
freaking live
clowned
stream,
you all, dude. He
Randy.
clowned you all.
That
Which
works
he
good
well
for me.
knows because he's been on it.
The more observations that you produce is great for me because it helps me build up my evidence
It
against
helps you make fake footage to debunk us.
Yeah. Where's your sidekick now, Anthony Riley, huh?
Are you going to tell
He
us
ducked
about a
out,
water
didn't he?
buoy? Are you going to tell us about a water buoy in Lake Pontchartrain again? Is that what you're going to do?
Oh, well, how about I've been in touch with the people that actually own that weather buoy, and they're actually going to get back to me by the 2nd of January.
Well, that's great because our people
There
are not
hasn't
back
been
on.
any data. There hasn't been any data on that water buoy.
Does that mean that it's in operation?
Go on
Wait a minute.
Google Maps
It's so
right
funny.
now and see a picture of the water buoy.
Wait a minute.
You can go on Google Maps
Just because-
right now and see a picture
Well,
of the
we'll
water
see.
buoy
We
destroyed,
will see.
Ranty.
We will
You're
see.
wrong.
We will see. Show us then.
I have showed you.
Show me now.
I showed you months ago. I showed
Bring it
you
up now.
again, and I showed you again, and then we
No,
did a
don't-
live
don't
stream
bring
on it
it up
last
now.
night. I mean,
I
how
want
many
to see
times
it.
does it have to be
Show
shown?
me. Show me. Show me.
It's on his channel.
No.
Go
Show
look
me
at
now.
Look,
Show me now.
Anthony's Apprentice Manifest.
Bring it up.
it. Yeah.
Show me now.
You guys are two peas in a pod, man.
Come
I'm
on.
not going to waste my
waiting for
time
it.
on showing you
waiting for
something
it.
that you've already
I'm
been
waiting
shown.
with
Anthony
bated
is
breath.
much smarter than this clown. Quite
Yeah,
literally.
he is.
Waiting
He
with
is.
bated breath.
Randy watches ride his Range Rover, don't you, Randy?
Man, I wish I had Mark's accent. That thing
He's
sounds
asked
pretty
Jeeves
good.
over here. Oh Lord,
You guys are acting
Rancy.
like a bunch of high school students. Seriously.
Oh,
You're
okay.
high
Oh,
on
right,
one.
she's a
Just
flyer.
listen to
That's
yourself.
it. I have to
Yeah,
tell
everything's
you.
a projection
Such
now.
sick
Saved the world
behavior.
in 2001.
They
You're
have
sick.
to
You're
infantile
acting
beliefs.
maniacally.
Infantile beliefs.
You're bullying
Yeah,
people.
we're acting like adolescents, but
Shameless
promoting
psychopaths.
Show me Bendy's water,
Tired
guys.
of people that are profiting off of the gullibility.
Profiting? What the hell are you
fortune-
talking
a
about?
fortune,
Profiting,
actually.
you idiots.
Another
There's
Gem
no
Panther
profit
video I
in
watched.
this
Yes,
for
there
us.
is.
You
There's
buy
no
it during
profit.
torturous
Really?
idiots like
Are you
you.
profiting this? A $25,000 gyroscope? That's no profit? Really? Are you serious? There's no profit?
Arwen, you sound like Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
You're freaking delusional if you think these people aren't profiting off of you. That's exactly.
Well, I would like to
What
correct that,
people?
Soundly. They didn't actually
How do
get
we
money.
profit off that? Buying stuff.
It doesn't matter. That's the kind of money that's being thrown around in this arena.
Yeah. Did you see Flat Earth A-hole?
No, that's what people invest of their own time, of their own work, of their own money.
Did you see that one?
No, I can't watch these clowns anymore. They're too much for me.
It was another Gem Panda video, actually. It's 3 minutes long. It's 3 minutes long. It's called Why They Lie.
That is a good one.
Quite interesting. Lots of merchandise, and he added up all the crowdfunding requests over half a $1 billion requested.
Well, that video was before
$17,000
the FE Core came out as well, and that's going to be a 501c3, which half the flat earthers think that means it's going to be a church.
Yeah.
But
so if they ask for money,
like Scientology bringing out the next email.
Wait, so if they ask for money, they're a scam artist? Is that the logic here?
No, nobody said that.
If they lie to people and profit as snake oil salesmen, then yes, they're scam artists.
Pretty much, yeah.
So how do you know they're lying to people?
Because we've shown it. Every single body.
Because you can't be Jaron Campanella and do 3 years of quote unquote research and still be a flat earther.
No, you really can't. You just
there's no way.
You can't look into the flat earth.
Are you saying y'all have absolute proof that the Earth is a globe?
Well, he tried to do
absolutely.
he tried to
all right,
do
let's
an
okay, let's
These are a bunch of liars.
Hold on. Instead of getting triggered and going back and forth, let's just discuss the evidence and let's see this absolute proof that the Earth is a globe.
Okay.
We've already been through this evidence.
Hundreds of thousands of images from space of Earth. Game over.
Where's the broken weather station?
Okay, hold on. You said hundreds and thousands pictures of pictures from space?
The sphere Earth, yes.
Is that first-hand information or is that second-hand information?
It doesn't matter.
It's Photoshop because it has to be. I guess we have to go back to the basics again.
Is a picture first-hand information or second-hand information?
A photograph taken by a person running the instrument is first-hand information. Absolutely.
How's that first-hand information?
The same way you can take a picture of your son and that'd be first-hand information.
No.
What first-hand information have you got from Eric Dubay, Mark Sargent, and Patty Steer?
No, if I'm with my son.
So when does it have to be first-hand information to prove anything?
First-hand information.
Why does it have to be first-hand from us and you can get it from any old gubbins?
Yeah.
If you experience it directly, it's first-hand information. If you just take a picture of something, that's not first-hand information.
You can experience it directly. I can tell you right now that if you go out to Lake Pontchartrain, you can see it with your eyes. That is first-hand information.
Okay. If you're saying I can go out to Lake Pontchartrain, see the curve of my own eyes, I agree with you, Soundly. That is first-hand information. But I'm saying if you're going to tell me I have a picture of it, that's second-hand information. Now, I'm not saying your picture isn't true.
It's not second-hand information by the definition of what first-hand information is. If I take a photograph with my camera, that is not second-hand information. That's first-hand information. No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
But did the camera get the information first and manipulate it?
About a definition. And this is what you guys do over and over again. You argue about a definition.
Yeah, they equivocate.
Is the sky blue or not?
Your whole argument on
Why is
second-hand
the sky
information?
green? Because that's not my definition of blue. That's what you're doing.
We can only show you evidence, and you have to provide proof for yourself.
What I'm saying is you're basing your whole argument off of second-hand information.
Okay, Soundly.
The weak debater always goes to semantics.
Yeah,
very much.
You do realise that unless you do everything yourself, everything you see is second-hand information. You do realise that, don't you?
Yeah, what first-hand information do you have that proves a flat Earth to you?
Yeah.
Well, I experienced a flat Earth. I've never seen a curve.
Yeah, but to us, that's second-hand information, isn't it?
Say what?
To us, that's second-hand information.
No, direct experience is first-hand information.
Yeah, so sound is directly experienced the curve.
Yeah, okay. That's what I said. If I go that's why I said I agree with Soundly that if I go to Lake Pontchartrain and see the curve in my own eyes, that is first-hand information. But just because you take a picture of it,
well, if that's your standard of proof, then go do it, dude. Don't be asking us for proof if you don't understand and you have to go do it yourself.
The reason I brought up that point is because he said there's thousands of pictures from satellites, and I said, well, that's just secondhand information. So you're basing your argument on secondhand information.
So did you build?
No, that was just one argument, right? You can go and make the observations. You can corroborate. You can hold on. You can corroborate the observations of the spherical model, which would be the sun, moon, and stars, right? Can you not go do that yourself?
So when you buy a
All
car,
I'm
do you
saying is
take
the only
car
reason I
bits,
brought up.
do you? Do you take the
Can you
car
not go
bits
do
and
that
All I'm
bits?
saying
yourself?
is a picture is secondhand information, and if you base your argument on secondhand information, well, that doesn't mean
Okay,
you're
is
necessarily.
there any picture of the flat Earth
Hold on,
then?
stop, Timmy. A picture
Painting or
is not
painting?
secondhand information. You saying it over and over again is incorrect. You are making an error.
So picture is firsthand information.
He thinks that
You're the
they're
photographer,
intercepted
absolutely.
and doctored and then given out to public dissemination. It's conspiracy 101.
And you want to know what is not, you could call it secondhand information, but is pretty damn close to firsthand information is when I fucking do a live stream from the garage of the
Don't
causeway.
swear soundly.
I mean,
Come on.
shit, dude. What else do you need?
Yeah,
It's live.
No swearing
It's
here,
live on
soundly.
YouTube.
He needs to go do it himself. He's already admitted he
Let's
needs
turn
to
you
go
all
do it.
down just so you can all hear me, right? So, soundly, don't swear here. Soundly, hello? Please don't swear.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
watch
kind
your
of want
mouth,
to
Soundly.
destroy Soundly right now. I kind of really want to do that.
Oh, you're going to
I'd love
destroy
to see that.
Soundly. You've never
I'm
destroyed
sorry,
I would
anyone,
love
Red.
to see that.
Ken Burn guy.
Can any of you guys tell me?
Hope you're all enjoying the stream thus far. Got about an hour and a half on this live stream, but we currently have a full panel, so if you did want to join the broadcast, simply wait for a gap, then click the link in the info box below this video. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it is live, and there are a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number one, please do not swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please do not try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please share this show on social media, as it does increase the live audience, which in turn increases the diversity of the panel. And if you have not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate.
Being a lower medium and the hot air above it would create the light to bend down. Is that correct?
It would create the light to bend along the curve, correct? Yep.
Right, okay, good. Because do you know where Lake Pontchartrain is?
No.
Do you know its elevation above sea level?
I don't think he's ever been there.
Did I know what?
Elevation above sea level.
Of Lake Pontchartrain, it's right at sea level about.
No, it's not. It's 10 feet below sea level.
Lake Pontchartrain is not 10 feet below
10
sea level.
feet below sea level.
Where'd you get that
That is
information
incorrect.
from?
That is incorrect.
Is that first-hand information, though?
It is 10 feet below sea level.
Okay, now Ranty, I am correcting you, a person that lives here, and I know all about Lake Pontchartrain and New Orleans.
10 feet
I'm telling
below
you that
sea
Lake
level.
Pontchartrain is not 10 feet below sea level. It's right at sea level. The city itself is below sea level.
It is 10
That's
feet.
probably what you're getting. That's
10
probably
feet
you're getting
below sea
information
level.
about
One more
New
thing that
Orleans,
Ranty's wrong
which
about.
is below sea level.
Okay, well,
New Orleans is below sea level, and they build a levee around the whole city to protect it from the water, which is why during Katrina, the whole city went underwater when the levee broke.
Okay,
Because
so you're
Lake
denying
Pontchartrain
that.
at that sea level,
Do that.
the city is not.
So you're denying that it's 10 feet below sea level?
Lake Pontchartrain is not 10 feet below sea level.
Is that your absolute definitive answer? So if
It's
I
a
produce
lake.
evidence that shows that it is 10 feet below
No,
sea
I was given
level.
over 20 times, Brenty.
No, I'm only asking. I
Just
want
try
to
and put him down, and it's the Anthony Riley School of Flat Earth.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
yeah.
Google it and see if it's the first thing that pops up on Google.
Okay, well, you
But
could
is that
quite
first-hand
welcome to
information,
do
you
that.
know, because
Well,
you
if you've
can
got
play
some
that
evidence,
So if I
semantic game
produce
if you want.
evidence that
If you've got
shows
some
that,
evidence that it's not, produce it, Ranty. Stop running around like a
I
little
know,
child.
man.
I'm just asking. If I
Well,
produce
produce
evidence that
it then.
No, I'm
shows
not.
that it's 10 feet below sea level, right? Then you will agree that colder air is sitting in that basin, and you have hotter air above it, which is causing the light to bend down, causing a super mirage, which is giving the effect of a parent curve on Lake Pontchartrain.
No,
Dubious.
So,
no.
a brief history of Lake Pontchartrain. Ranty suggested that the humidity in the air and electrolysis was causing the curve. He suggested that I go back at night and take a picture because it would make a difference. So I went back at night, took a picture, and made a difference. He suggested that I wait whenever it wasn't humid. So I waited for the fall, went back and took a picture. Didn't make a difference. He suggested now that it's 10 feet below sea level, which it is not, and that for some reason during the winter now, that the
heat differences making it curve. Every single time in every single condition that I've been out there in all weather conditions, there's been this consistent curve. Okay, atmospheric behavior is not consistent.
Been joined by Nummy Num.
It doesn't happen
Sorry, Soundly.
the same way every day in every atmosphere.
Sorry to interrupt. We've been joined by Nummy Num. How you doing? Bear with me, Ranty. Bear with me. Bear with me. How you doing, Nummy Num? Good to have you here.
Thank you. I'm well. How are you?
Very well. Good to have you here.
Hello to everybody else, including
Hello, man.
Soundly.
It's the CGI bird man. Welcome to the hangout.
Oh, is this the CGI guy?
Yeah, he's the guy that said he was a CGI bird in Soundly's video.
I think
user of the
Hey guys, we have.
I made an argument.
Soundly's a mastermind criminal here.
Yeah.
I made an argument about the CGI, right?
That's not correct. That's not correct. You did not make an argument. You made a truth claim.
We have the projector man and
a truth
and
claim
the
is an
CGI guy
argument.
in the same room.
No, it's not. They're not the same thing.
Well, I went over in detail about why I thought that, so that's an argument, isn't it?
You were wrong.
An argument.
Well, I'm wrong.
You were
Even
claiming,
if
you were claiming that you were claiming that it was
an
true.
argument.
You were claiming that it was true, and then you provided an argument to try and convince others. Instead of going, let's actually take the raw data and look at it and try and understand how we can model this on a flat plane. That's what you could
right. I think there was I showed there was no parallax on the bird, so
no, you didn't show it. We've actually shown that there is parallax on the bird.
Nathan,
no, that's you of course you're gonna say that because they're defending.
No, we provided videos and demonstrations. Which you apparently didn't
parallax on the
bird. Okay. Well, I encourage anyone to
parallax on the bird.
How would you know no parallax unless you're there?
Would you not mind displaying it?
You are sharing.
I think I made a 36-second video that actually debunks you. You guys spent like 2 or 3 days, just like we're doing this Isle of Man stuff, 2 or 3 days trying to prove your wrong, errant theory, and I made a 36-second video that debunks you. 36
Did you have
seconds.
two cameras
That's how
looking
long
at it, Soundly? Soundly, did you have two cameras?
I took the same footage that they
30
took
seconds
and showed that
doesn't cut it.
There's a point that I never got to in the follow-up of that. The shadow on the shed was not possible, so I could still make another video that would debunk you. Maybe I should do that.
How about the live one? How about
I think you should do that.
The shadow of the bird on the shed.
The shadow of the overhang of the shed was impossibly long on one of the things, in one of some of his photos and videos, and that would be enough to show that it was not a real video.
Hey, Numby. This is what I'm going to challenge you to do.
Soundly, are you there?
I'm going to challenge you, Numby. Okay, I'm going to challenge you to go to the live stream and debunk that.
Been joined by Physics Warrior and P Mars. How you guys doing?
What's up,
Hi, Nathan.
Good
Thanks.
to see you,
I just want to debunk.
Soundly, are you still there? Soundly, are you still there?
You guys hear me?
Bear with me, I'm just trying to check Pete. We can hear him. Say again, Pete.
I shower daily now.
That's good to know.
Hey, Tony, can you hear me?
What's up, Pete? Yeah, I can hear you.
Soundly, are you still there?
Why does Ranty keep saying he can't hear me?
Oh, you are there. You are still there, yeah?
Doesn't know reality very well.
Okay, this is an environmental atlas of Lake Pontchartrain Basin. Okay, you can read that, obviously. Here we go. If you go to the sea level throughout the coastal wetlands to more than 3 meters below sea level in some areas of New Orleans, see figure 3. This is figure 3. And if we scroll in, do you recognize this area? This is figure 3. Figure 3. Do you recognize this area? Does that look like Lake Pontchartrain to you?
Neither did the words that you just read.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want me to say it slowly so that you can understand it a little bit better?
Yeah, show me
the topography of the basin ranges from more than 91 meters or 300 feet above sea level in the rolling hills along Louisiana and Mississippi.
Okay.
To the sea level throughout the coastal wetlands to more than 3 meters below sea level in some areas of New Orleans. See figure 3. Here we go.
Into New Orleans.
Some areas of New Orleans, okay. And
does this look like
Lake Pontchartrain is not New Orleans.
Does this look like Lake Pontchartrain to you?
Geography, buddy. Geography 101.
It's talking about the land.
Lake Pontchartrain is not Lake Pontchartrain.
Figure 3 look like Lake Pontchartrain to you.
Hold on a second. We've got Brenda claiming that hold on. We've got Brenda claiming that the water is sat above the land.
Well, no, the text is talking about the land.
The water is sat above the land.
This is the environmental
That is actually true. There is a levee around New Orleans because the city itself is below sea level.
So therefore, the lake is below sea level.
Is not
or not? Are you still
so
saying
the water
lake isn't?
is higher than the surrounding area?
That is correct.
Okay.
Congratulations, you've just learned about New Orleans.
Okay, so you see this, right? Okay, so you see this figure 3. You realize you live in a basin where cold air settles lower than the hot air, which causes the superior refraction.
Okay,
you realize
this is how arguments work. This is how arguments work. This is how arguments work.
Light works.
You present your premises.
You
present your premises. Everyone agrees upon those.
You're not letting him finish.
No, I'm not listening.
Your premises are incorrect.
You tell me that light bends up, and that's why we see beyond the curve. And I say to you, when I produce evidence that light bends down, so I'm using your maths, and I say that when you have cold air sitting in a basin and hot air above it, you are going to get
I'm still literally in the middle of presenting to you.
Where you see a parent curve over a lake. A parent curve over a lake. Cold water. Cold air underneath warm air. This is exactly the topography of the land that you live in. So do not come back to me and tell me that if you believe that the light bends up, I can prove that the light bends down.
No one says. Listen to the words that are coming out of them. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth because you guys have been getting this wrong for freaking weeks. Light is refracted down.
Sorry, Soundleap. Just before we move on to the light itself and the physics of the light, he's just made a claim that your observations are made below sea level, therefore causing a layer of cold air to sit on the basin of the lake. Now, before you go on to light bending, are you saying that's not true?
Is the 15th floor of the Marriott below sea level?
Sorry, that's a question for me about something completely random. Does the lake sit below sea level, yes or no?
No, the lake does not sit below sea level. I don't know how many times I have to explain this to you. The lake is at sea level. And my observation, the latest observations that I've made, are on the 15th floor of the Marriott.
Okay, well, this environmental atlas of Lake
hold on,
Pontchartrain
Ranty. Hold on, Ranty. Just let him get to Ranty, just let him answer.
Okay, sorry. My mistake.
My latest observations are on the 15th floor of the Marriott. I think most people here would agree that that avoids a large majority of the problem when it comes to atmosphere. Those observations quite clearly and obviously demonstrate the curvature of the Earth as predicted by Walter Bisland's models. It's over.
Do you know what happens when warm air mixes with cold air?
Sorry, Ranty, I'm going to have to say the same to you now. So you've just done the same as Soundly did, which has gone on to something in regards to physics. So there is now a dispute. So you're saying it sits below, he's saying it does not.
Okay, and I have a figure 3 here with a nice big red line going through Lake Pontchartrain that says that it is 10 feet below sea level.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so who do I believe? Do I believe you, who simply just says it doesn't, or do I believe the Coastal and Maritime Geography Program, the Environmental Atlas of Lake Pontchartrain? Do I believe them, or do I believe you?
It doesn't say that Lake Pontchartrain sits 10 meters below sea level. It does not say that. You're reading it wrong.
Can you read it again, Ranty, just without anybody interrupting you?
Sorry, did you say something? Sorry, I just had my dog to take out.
No worries. I said, can you just read it again without anybody interrupting you? Because there's now a claim that you're reading it incorrectly.
Okay. Right, okay. The topography of the basin ranges from more than 91 meters. I'm assuming that's the hills and etc. around this lake, to the sea level throughout the coastal wetlands to more than 3 meters below sea level in some areas of New Orleans. See figure 3. Figure 3. Figure 3. Nice big red line going through the middle of Lake Pontchartrain.
What was the first 2 words of that sentence?
Dear me, are we going down to
What were the
exact
what were
words?
the first two words in that sentence again?
Nathan, can I please see the screen?
The topography.
The topography.
Will you
Do you
please
know
share
what
my screen,
topography means?
Nathan?
What does topography mean?
You're
It
sharing now,
means the
Soundly.
layout of the land.
The land.
I can't hear. Did Nathan
Yes,
say
the
he's sharing?
land.
Yes,
Yes.
you are now sharing.
Layout of the land.
Is land water?
So water.
Oh, come on. We're talking
water
about
around the
the
world.
topography of the land. Don't even go
Right,
down there.
right.
Ranting,
So the
ranting.
water
Troll.
is
Don't
at
even
sea
troll.
level.
Ranty and Brenda.
The water is at
let me
sea
end
level.
this.
Do not even troll.
Let me end this real quick.
Is the Lake Pontchartrain to the left in that?
Are you telling me you do not know what Lake Pontchartrain looks like?
Okay, I'm going to end this now if you would just listen to me for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Water around the world is measured by gauge heights. There are gauges that sit in the water. Okay. This right here is the gauge height, the latest height for Lake Pontchartrain. Is that 10 meters below sea level, or is it 0.39
Sorry,
feet
you actually
above sea
sharing
level?
something? Hang on, let me stop sharing. Let me see what you're looking at. Sorry, are you actually
The gauge,
Right,
the
okay.
gauge that is currently at Lake Pontchartrain, at Lakefront Airport, is showing a stage of 0.39 feet above sea level. Now,
And what's
are we
the
going to
24
continue
hour
arguing
change?
about this?
Wait a
So
minute,
there's
Is it
a,
going to be
hold on.
delusional?
Sorry, I've got to pick you up on that as
Wait a
well.
minute,
So it
what's
says
that
there's a
24 hour
delta.
change underneath? What does
Yeah,
that mean?
what's the
Does that
minus
mean that it goes
0.36?
below sea level? The
Yeah.
minus
It fluctuates.
0.36. So it
So
does
hold
go
on,
below
so
sea level.
Soundly, hold on, I've got to have you on this, Soundly. He's absolutely spot on. It does go below sea level, correct?
Does the water change in 18 inches?
You're just asking me a question.
Yes.
I'll ask you again. I'll rephrase it as a question. Does it go below sea level? Yes or no?
It changes 18 inches tides. Do I think it goes below sea level? No.
It says
But if
there.
it
It says
does-
minus
It's
0.36.
24 hour
Am I
change.
misreading it,
24
Soundly?
hour
Is that me misreading it or not? Is that
It's a
minus
24-hour change. It's down 0.36 feet. So now you take this 0.36 feet and add it to this, and that's the change. It started at 0.36 feet above this value.
So if you change
now
that,
it's down from that value to 0.39 feet.
So it's still
It doesn't matter.
0.04
It doesn't
above.
matter anyway, does it?
Hold on.
It
So
doesn't
you're
matter
saying
anyway,
that
does it?
takes it to
No, it's
0.04
not 10 meters.
above?
It's not 3 meters. What is your argument? You have no argument.
Well,
I'm trying to clarify with you, Soundly. So are you saying that in 24 hours, hold on, Ranty, I just want to get this clarified for the audience. So you're saying that you minus off 0.36 off the 0.39, leaving you with 0.04 above sea level, correct?
This is saying that the latest stage is at 0.39 feet. And the change in the last 24 hours is down. It's down 0.36 feet. So that means 24 hours ago, it was up higher 0.36 feet. That's what this means.
And do you have an annual graph that shows it not
I'm sure
ever
there
going
is.
below sea level?
Here,
Goalpost being moved.
It doesn't really matter if it goes below sea level, an inch, a foot. That doesn't matter because that's not his argument. That's
Hold on,
not
his argument,
That's not
Soundly,
what
is that if it sits below sea
that was
level,
not trying to do. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It could go down to 10 meters.
You seem to be getting very angry about this, Soundly. Why are you getting so angry about it? Is he correct? Are you just trying to hide this fact? Is he correct or
You
not?
guys do this time after time. You
Getting
lie
very
to
angry.
people
There's
and you
no
try to
need.
manipulate people into using words and
average
semantics
is
to lie to
roughly
them.
sea
That's what
level.
you're doing.
I'm not
kind of
trying
realize
to
that
do
this is
anything, Soundly.
detrimental
Just trying
to
to
your
establish the
argument.
facts. I'm trying to
It's not
establish the
detrimental to my
facts.
argument. It could be 10 meters below sea level. You know what? It could be a mile above sea level, and the surface would still.
No, it has to be down below sea level.
Specifically, Soundly, we were
It's
trying to
actually
establish
sending
with
you-
you if you
sending
could
you
just stay
messages
calm
and
enough
what
for
to
long
say.
enough. If you could just stay
What
calm
does
enough for
it
long
matter?
enough for me
What
to
does it matter?
establish
Explain
at
to me,
any
Randy.
point,
Explain
Soundly,
to me how.
Soundly, I know you're
Because
very
cold
angry about
water-
this. I can tell
cold
by the
air,
tone of your
cold
voice.
air.
Explain to me how lower water, if it was lower, explain to me how 10-meter lower water would still not be curved.
Right,
Explain that.
Soundly, I'm asking you a question specifically that has been directed to you and hasn't been addressed. Does it ever fall below sea level over the course of the year?
It may. Let's plot it.
It may.
Yeah, it may. Let's do it.
So he's correct.
Right, yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
No, he
No,
said
he's
10
not
feet.
correct.
No,
he
said 10 feet.
Forget. No, we
said
want to
3
see
meters
below
to
sea
10
level.
meters below. Well,
This
that's
would be
what his argument is. That
No,
the water
this-
drops 3 to 10 meters. And anyway, it doesn't even matter. It's completely irrelevant to the shape.
Why are you
of
getting
the
so
surface.
upset about
No,
this?
why are you getting so upset and trying to hide the fact that it may actually? He may be correct, but you're getting really angry about it, Sandy. It's very telling. Very, very telling.
I don't want to see it. We are the most transparent people that there are out there. All we do is provide information, data. We go out there and do the legwork, and we put it all out.
You've just told him he's wrong, and now you're saying it may go below sea level. Well, that's deception. That's deceptive soundly. He said it goes below sea level, and then he's brought up a document to prove it. You've said categorically, I got you to clarify it. No, it doesn't. Now you're saying it
That's
may.
right. You're right.
Well,
I did say no, it doesn't, because that was a generalization.
yeah, I know I asked you the question, Soundly. You're the one getting very triggered and angry
meters
about the fact that you're trying to hide this
which is-
detail, and Soundly's got you up against the wall again about it. Now you're talking over me, getting very angry. It's very telling. It's amusing to the audience too, Soundly.
I'm angry at
Shows just how deceptive you are.
people that try and steal from
Yeah, you keep talking over me. They can hear me over you, I assure you. You're very deceptive, Soundly. You've just told them no. You've just. I'll just say it again for the audience's benefit. See if you'll talk over me the entire time. Be even more telling. I've just asked you a very specific question. Does it fall below sea level? The answer was no. The answer's not no. Now it's turned to maybe. Well, that's very deceptive, isn't it?
He said 3
I'll
meters.
give that to you.
Don't
Fine.
even lie.
Yeah, good. You are deceptive, Soundly. Good. Thank you for giving that me, Soundly. You are very deceptive. I agree.
He said
Nathan.
3 meters, Nathan. Why are you going to
Nathan,
lie? His
that is
first
deceptive.
was
Him
3
saying 3 meters to 10 meters is the deception.
That's what it said on his document. That's the evidence he provided, Soundly. That's not what it said. He read it.
It doesn't say nothing about Lake Pontchartrain. It says nothing
Why are you
about
so
Lake
triggered
Pontchartrain.
about this? Is it because you know what's going to come next?
I just clicked.
No, because you're lying.
Because you know what's
Yeah,
going
it's
to
'cause
come
he's
next.
lying.
What's going to come next? Goes below sea level.
Nathan, you fucking moron!
Dude.
It's flat!
Who's
Well,
screaming?
you know it goes below
No
zero.
swearing.
You're screwed.
Oh, show me a penis, Nathan!
Here
Wow,
is the
that's
year.
Soundly.
Show me a penis!
Whoa, somebody's going mental.
Soundly.
That's
Here
not
Soundly's going
Soundly.
mental.
Whoa!
Here is the
Whoa,
year to
what
date.
happened?
Share my screen.
He went
Sure, my-
nuts.
Was that really you, Sir
wasn't.
Arrogant Shouting, Soundly?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Who was it then?
That wasn't silent.
Oh, it was
It
Lucas.
was a guy.
Named Lucas.
Yep.
Lucas.
Here is the year to date. Okay,
Wow.
year to date.
He's gone. He left.
Height.
So he
Height
probably
of the
couldn't.
water,
So he
right
could
here.
do it again, maybe. So you need to keep an eye on it, Nathan.
Can somebody share my screen, or where are you playing it? Or are you sharing
I
my
see
screen?
it.
Okay.
I see it's right above sea level.
Here is the year to date levels right here.
Okay. So can you go back to
Okay.
like just
You
before
can go.
February?
You
at
can
the
go
lowest
to
point?
anybody that wants to can go to this River Gauges website right here and get the gauge height for Lake Pontchartrain right here themselves. Never does it go to -3 meters.
And have you got the
to negative 10
Hold on,
well
Soundly.
for that
Sorry, hold
It's
on, Ranty.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Hold on, Ranty.
So
Let him get to
what
the
I'm
end.
saying is, you have a huge difference between the settling cold air that settles in that basin that you live in and the warm water that settles above it.
You don't know about Louisiana, do you?
Yes, I do. I've researched it. I've been doing this for the last 3 weeks. Don't even go there.
I don't
Anyway.
think you do.
Yes, I do.
Well, you should
The
get
hot
with
water
Riley. You
settles
should get with
above-
Riley.
near
He's
the
been trying to
equator.
do stuff for the last year. So.
Yeah, okay. So
He'll help
see
you
how
out.
you go. I'm just trying to point at
No, I
an
think
issue out
we
here
should acknowledge
that
the fact that you were wrong about the 3 meters, and that
Oh,
you
hang on.
not
No,
only
I wasn't wrong.
but you wanted
Who
to
said?
turn
Wait a minute.
it to where you
3
Who's wrong?
to 10
Who
meters
is
is your
wrong?
claim.
What is the point to
Which
this?
was
What,
a lie.
what does
Let's
it
rewind
matter
it
to
and look at it.
anyone what
3
the
to 10
height is?
meters
What
is
is
your
this
claim.
argument
Right.
about?
So we're looking at an army.military website. Yeah. Army.military website. Is that
Okay,
correct?
well, that's a gauge right there that actually.
Sorry, that's
does,
just an army.
minute for minute.
Is that an army military website?
Oh my God! Now we're going
you
to go
serious?
that route, are we?
The Corps
There's a
of
gauge
Engineers.
in
Okay.
the
The
water.
Corps of
Wow.
Engineers is not.
What's the
military.
URL at the top?
Google
Army.mil.
changed the Isle of Man, and now the military is changing these gauge heights just
asking-
because of
I'm-
the.
Yeah.
Army.mil.
The Corps of
Insanity.
U.S.
I'm
Corps of
asking-
Engineers is not military. It's
I've
not
asked the
military.
question.
The Corps of
We are
Engineers
the
is
military and NASA are like, well, basically.
Does anyone
partnership,
want
so-
admit and be honest that this does not go to -3 meters to -10 meters? Does anybody want to admit that?
I can admit that. Sadly, I can see it in front of me.
For year to date, here's the year to date gauge height does not go to -3 to -10 meters.
What's the lowest? What's the lowest it does
They won't
go
concede
to?
on the most trivial point.
What's the
They
lowest
will
it
never
does? No. Stop going so fast. What's the lowest it does go to before February?
What does it matter?
What does it go to? What does that say? Minus 0.15. Is that minus 0.15?
Yeah, there it is. Right there.
So what's the next one? What's the next one? Go towards February. The lower point.
None of them are below.
The lower point. Yes, they are. No, they don't. Not 0.18. No, go back. Don't be scrolling along. Don't be cheating now.
No, wait. No. I want to find the biggest negative number.
The lowest point.
Not.
Just try to give you the best chance.
Right, and to the right.
0.15. I'm looking for the biggest number, the biggest dip. This looks like the biggest dip here, but let's find a bigger one.
Oh, I thought that line was the sea level.
There we go.
Not
Is that below 0? Is that below 0?
0.22. Yes, it is below 0. What's the mean sea level? Because that's what we're talking about. What's the mean sea level?
No. Does Pontchartrain go below sea level, yes or no?
What do you mean by sea level? You see, this is what you guys do with semantics. Because when everybody else talks about sea level, we talk about
sea level is
simple question. So, does it go below sea level, yes or no?
Do I need to answer that? Here's the answer right here.
So just give it me as a yes or no, Soundly.
0.15, and sometimes I think I found a 0.12 in here.
Let me get this straight. So from it does not go down below sea level, categoric no, to maybe to your own data proving that it does. Hold on, Soundly. Let me just establish that you've accused so many people on this one show of being deceptive, and now we've gone from you saying, Tony, why are you chiming in?
You guys want to talk about words and play semantics. Everybody knows what I meant.
It's not semantics. It does go below sea level.
What I meant by that it is at sea level, that it's not at 3 meters to 10 meters below sea level, which is what his claim was, and what I was responding to. I was responding to his claim.
The average is above
3 to 10 meters below sea level, and I said no, it's at sea level, and everybody knows what I meant by that, which is it's about at sea level.
Sorry, no, that's not what you said.
Can I ask
sorry,
you a question?
I've got to clarify this for you, Soundly, because I was the one who specifically tied you down on the question and got it really clear for the audience.
I want to know from you, Oakley, why are you playing semantics?
I'm not playing semantics. I was the one who clarified the question. Hold on, why is everyone talking over me when I'm talking?
Why are you playing semantics?
I'm not playing semantics. This is a fact.
Why?
I asked you a very specific question.
Why are you playing semantics? Are you going to answer the question, or are you going to show your true colors, Oakley?
It's not me showing my true colours, Soundly, it's you.
Yes,
I asked you a very specific question, now you're going to talk over me every time I point it out to you.
I've already told you, I've already admitted it. I'm the one showing it, plotting it on the screen, showing that.
Yes, so you've said, when I asked you...
specifically, I'm the one being transparent.
Now I'm getting muted left and right here, Soundly, by people who don't want me to point this out again. And I'm going to point out, Soundly, over and over again, that when I asked you if it went below sea level, you said no. The reality is, it does go below sea level. You've shown it with your own data. In essence, you lied.
The average doesn't, though.
You lied.
Because, no, I did not lie.
Yes, you did. I asked you very specifically. I'll keep saying it until you accept that you lied. I asked you a very specific question, Soundly. Does it go below sea level? Yes or no was my question. And the answer to that question, according to you, was no. The reality is that it does go below sea level. That's not semantics. That's a fact. Shown by your own evidence.
Right, why am I the one showing?
Whoops.
Why am I being transparent?
Yeah, whoops would be the way I would describe it, Arwin. The other way to look at it is that the guy's an absolute liar. The guy's a liar. You're a liar, Soundly. You are a liar.
No, he's just a two-faced, like everyone, judging.
Why, when I asked you if it went below sea level, did you say no?
Transparent evidence, and you want to talk semantics.
Yeah.
Why, when I asked you if it went below sea level, did you answer no?
Hey, whoa. Is Ranty's 3 meters not a lie, Nathan?
Tony, why are you chiming in? I want to get an answer. When I asked you why it went below sea level, why was the answer no?
You're not calling him out.
Yeah, I'm going to call him out on this continually until I get an answer. The amount of times I've heard these people accuse other people on the panel of being liars, we've got an absolute liar on the panel right now, and his name's Soundly. He was asked, does it go below sea level? And he gave an absolute categoric answer. No, it does go below sea level. You lied.
Black people created Earth. Black people created Earth. There's proof everywhere.
Is anybody going to let Soundly address this, or is Tony going to talk for you continually while I address the fact that you lied about that when I asked you?
You're not saying anything to Ranty.
I did not lie.
He was 10 feet off.
So you're saying it doesn't go below sea level, as I specifically asked you if it did or didn't?
Are you saying it's 3 meters below
Again,
like Ranty did?
You're arguing semantics. Of
No,
course,
facts.
I meant
Fact.
Of course.
Nathan,
Soundly,
that's a
it
very
goes below
specific
sea level.
question,
That's a
and
fact.
you didn't take it as
Shown by your own
right.
bloody
You
evidence.
didn't pay attention.
Right, there are gauge
Fact.
heights
It
that
does
are
go below sea level.
That's
So when I
correct.
ask a question, does it go below sea level, yes or no? The answer's yes. Not no, as you gave.
I didn't know that. I didn't
Well,
know
that's
that it
because
went
you're either
8.22.
stupid or
Because
dishonest.
if you look at the
So are
media,
you
it
now
was
claiming
honest
you're
about it, too.
stupid?
I gave you an honest
You're
answer.
now claiming
and then-
ignorance. When you gave a categoric no, you're now claiming that was just from
I gave you
ignorance.
an honest answer because
Why didn't you say I don't know?
careless
That would be an
one.
honest answer. I don't know would be an honest answer. You said no, like you knew, and you didn't. You're ignorant.
That's because the median
No, because you're ignorant.
level, the median sea level
Goes
is-
below sea level.
No, the median is sea level. That's the whole point. That's
You're
what
a
I was
liar,
answering.
Soundly.
That was my answer. My answer was the median.
So glad these go out live
Which
for
is
people
what
to see what a
everybody talks
liar
about.
you
We
are.
talk about
How do you feel
median
about
sea
me
levels.
calling you a
We don't
liar,
talk about
Soundly?
what was the?
I don't know
what
you
was
from
the-
Adam.
we
I don't
talk
know
about-
you or care about what other people say about you, but I'm calling you a liar right now.
We
You've
don't
lied
talk
to the
about-
audience.
we don't talk
You've
about
lied
what
to
happened
me.
on January
You've made
30th,
Ranty
2017.
seem like the one who's lying,
That's
and it's
really-
you
that's
that's a
really-
liar.
you've really surprised me.
Ranty, for the audience, while everyone talks over me, Ranty
astonishing.
was absolutely correct. You
3
were
meters?
incorrect, and you lied about it, and you tried to deceive us with the figures.
Did you guys get
You're a
together
deceptive
and
little
plan this
worm.
little
You're a
charade?
deceptive little
Show
worm.
me 3 meters. Show me 3 meters on this chart.
Nathan.
Did you guys get together and plan this charade?
Charade, I asked him a very simple question. Does it go below sea level, yes or no?
Because this
The answer is
very
no.
bizarre.
I didn't
gave you
plan
an
this
honest answer.
charade. I'm just
Now
very
watch
careful about how I ask
It doesn't go
questions.
below sea level. Yeah, it's correct. I still stand by that answer. It doesn't go below sea level because the median doesn't go below sea level, which was my answer, and that's what was meant in the context of our conversation. It was definitely not 3 to 10 meters, which is what Ranty was claiming. And you guys are
That's not what
playing
Ranty was
semantics
claiming. He showed
because you
evidence
guys-
for it.
because
Now
your-
you've
your
shown
house
evidence
of
that it
cards
does go
is
below
burning
sea level.
down, and you're scared.
Not
That's-
scared,
Google
just showing you
got
you're a
these.
liar.
Now he's doing this little thing, which is baffling to me.
Oh, just showing that he's a liar, because he is. We've all seen it.
I'm not a liar.
Yes, you are.
You're
You asked.
3 meters
I asked
isn't
you
a
a really
lie.
simple
You are a
question. I
liar,
didn't present
sir.
any
You got
evidence.
trained
I didn't
lie.
present any evidence. I just asked a very direct question. Does it go below sea level, yes or no? The answer you gave to my question, not Ranty's evidence, was no, and it does.
Not 3 meters.
That's not what I meant.
I didn't say does it go
not what I
3
meant. The
meters.
way you're
Tony, are
characterizing
you
me,
stupid
not
as
what
well?
me,
Sorry, let's
me
just
do.
address Tony. Sorry,
You
when
went
I
and
asked the
checked.
question,
About the
it's
specifics.
all right, Chris. You don't have to pipe up too. When I asked him the question, does it go below sea level, yes or no? Did I include the extra addition of 3 meters, Tony?
This all started off with a 3 meters. And if
Sorry,
you're gonna
you seem
count,
to be
like,
avoiding my
context of
question as well,
conversation
Tony.
matters.
I'll ask it again, just for the slower amongst you, which is you in this instance, Tony. When I asked a very specific, direct
Hey,
question,
Anthony, the context
when
of the
I asked
conversation
a very
absolutely matters,
specific,
buddy.
direct question, Tony, does it go below sea level, yes or no? Were there any caveats regarding the height?
And you wonder why people call you liar.
You're the
You know
liar.
what? He brought
I
this
asked you a
up,
question.
okay?
I'm
Now,
sure
if
someone will
you
edit
can't
it
get-
for you
you
soundly.
can't
People
You
tend to
really
do
wonder
that with
why
these
people
videos
call
when
you
people
guys
get caught
deceptive
lying.
and
Like
This
you
is-
have.
This is astounding.
This is why. This is why right
can't
here. What
believe
you're
this.
doing right now is why people call you guys scam artists. That's
No,
why people
not at
call
all.
you that.
I'm
Because of
very
what you're
careful
doing
about how I ask my questions soundly, so I can have people against the wall when they lie, like you do.
Right, because you're trying to play semantics. You're going to try and figure out a way to manipulate your conversation
Nathan.
so that you can play semantics.
semantics.
with somebody.
I want
My
to ask
question
you
was
one
direct.
Nathan, see when you told me the other day there that there was a 1,000-foot wall of earth curve between.
That's a lie.
That's correct.
Yeah, was that a lie? Were you lying then?
Yeah, it's been on screen about a dozen times.
Yeah, I know that, but were you lying to
It
me?
wasn't 1,000 feet.
Yeah, it
I'm out
was
of your
1,000
life,
feet. It was
Nathan.
over 1,000 feet. It was
Nathan lies.
1,200
Of course
feet.
Nathan lies.
No,
It's
but
the only
I
way
want
his
to
paradigm
know.
can work
Was
if
he
lies.
lying to me?
Well, as it was factually accurate and on screen on several occasions, what do you think?
No, I don't think you're lying to me, but I could make the point that you were.
You know that Nathan's lying.
Because I'm not dishonest.
No, you have to prove an intention.
But
to deceive.
I could equivocate.
Exactly.
I just,
you know what? On this one instance, I have to agree with Sleeping Warrior here, Anthony Riley, that you have to prove the intentions. And guess what? My intentions were very transparent and absolutely have always been transparent. I am as transparent as
You'll agree with me when it suits you, right?
I have put photographs out on the internet for people to look at, raw photographs. I have done live streams. I have been as transparent as you can possibly be. Jesse Kozlowski went out there and took survey measurement data and put it out there for people to look at.
Did you even look at how detailed
just to draw a close to this then, sorry, Soundly. Just to draw a close to this then, Soundly. We'll just establish the facts. It does go below sea level.
Are you telling me?
Good. That's a win, Nathan. Good job. That's a real win on your side.
Well, that was the question I asked, the specific question I asked, and I just want to give the audience clarity.
Deliberately deceptive, Nathan.
Not deliberately deceptive. I'm just going to give it to the audience just to draw this to a close. Just to draw this to a close. I'll bring it to a close for the audience because I ask the specific question for the audience. I'll ask it and answer it again. Does it go below sea level, Lake Pontchartrain? Answer, yes.
Yes.
So your 1,000-foot wall, Nathan, have you given that up?
Here we go, Kat. We've just gone over this, Kat. No, again, it has been on screen. It has been demonstrated. It is over 1,000 feet. And no, I have not given anything up. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed, Katter. Katter.
You had it down to 252.
You knew very well you were fudging the figures. So
that's why you blame it yesterday, Nathan.
Exactly what you were doing, Nathan. Yesterday.
Yeah, here we go.
The thing is, I don't think you were lying to me.
Exact same thing to you. We could call you a snivelling worm.
Exactly, we could.
Yeah, Nathan, why Sleeping Warrior been sniping people out of the hangout?
Has it been?
Yeah, Sleeping Warrior's been sniping people.
It's not the same thing because
wonder what would happen
brought
to
the
one of us
evidence
if we
to
did that.
himself.
Yeah,
Nathan never brought evidence to refute himself.
It could be a fake Sleeping Warrior.
No, it wasn't a fake.
I would like to point out. I would like to point out that, I try to be as honest as possible. And do I make mistakes? Of course, I'm a human being. Does it ever go below sea level? Apparently, it does. Who went and figured that out? Who presented that to your hangout?
Was that
Who
so
did
hard?
that?
Ranty presented that, and then you denied it.
No, he did it.
I'm the one that went and presented the data, not Ranty.
Ranty presented the data that it was below sea level, and you denied it.
To show exactly what a whole year looks like. And we found one day where it went 0.22 feet below sea level, not 3 to 10 meters, as Ranty was quite clearly trying to imply. So the deception here is from Ranty. It's not.
It's unbelievable you can lie like that, Nathan. You just saw Soundly present it, and you're saying Ranty presented it, even though
I asked
Ranty
him a specific
was
question,
Soundly
Alex.
to show him the exact data.
I asked him a very specific question, Alex. Alex. I asked him a very specific question. Direct,
yeah,
specific.
we've gone through it, Nathan. We all get it.
Yeah, we went through that. Now we're asking you.
And he gave me a lie as an answer. He was not certain he didn't know.
No, he didn't
Apparently
lie,
now it should live and learn,
You're
not no, which is what I got as my answer.
How long did it take me to you to get to do that calculator for me yesterday? But Soundly did this himself. He showed you the data. And he said, yeah, okay, it is below sea level. It's not what you're saying it is. It's not that difficult. It's not some big win you should like make a big deal out.
Yeah, no.
So can I ask you a question, Alex? Can I ask you a question, Alex? Do you now understand?
All they're doing is
does Alex now understand?
Changing pictures.
Anyway, it's funny, really, because Ranty's just proved that light does bend. The thing that Nathan's been denying for the last 3 or 4
I haven't
weeks,
denied it.
so,
That's
you know
complete
what I mean?
rubbish.
So it's brilliant.
I've never
So
denied
well
it.
done,
That's
Ranty.
nonsense.
Ranty, what did you do to that Google image Earth? What did you do to Google Earth? Did you turn up the settings? Turn them down? Turn them up?
Let's not let the sea level destroy our friendship.
So I must have missed something. What was the point of all that?
Absolutely
So
nothing.
Triggered.
Basically, Ranty was trying to claim the mirages.
4 inches below sea level on one day. So and the point of that was.
Well, Ranty was trying to say the mirage bends. That was the bend.
Yeah, to say Soundly's a liar. I think they got together before this little thing. And
I had no intention of calling Soundly a liar until he lied to me.
To me, it really is.
No, that's not
Roddy,
my
what is
intention.
sniping
My intention was to just get a simple yes or no answer to a question. Does it go below sea
But he
level?
wasn't being deceptive, Nathan. As I don't think you were being deceptive the other day toward me.
Oh, he was, mate. He was. That's why I came in.
Do you get it now,
He
then,
was
Kat?
being deceptive.
Kat, do you
He knew
now
exactly what he
understand?
was doing when he-
Let's
But I
just
give
establish.
people the benefit of the doubt.
Has
you know?
this change in
but
Google
you get to
Earth made Kat's comprehension any better, or does he now understand that there's a 1,000-foot wall of Earth curve between
me that
us
has a
and the
problem
target
understanding
object?
things. If you go and listen back to your debates, you'll find every time it's you who's having the problem. You
No,
butt in,
I
which is
understand
fair enough, 'cause
implicitly.
You're probably doing other things you should be moderating, but you butt in halfway through and you misunderstand things regularly. And you can bring up some instances where I've done that. It's only one time, I think, when I didn't really understand what you meant, that you were superimposing some sheds.
So do you understand it now, Alex? Do you understand, Alex, now that there is a 1,000-foot wall of Earth curve between us
Yeah, you
and the
still think
target
that, don't you?
land?
Even though we did the calculation.
Do you understand it now, then? You understand that
280,
So
isn't it?
just
And
do
how
you
high is the
understand it,
lighthouse?
Alex? Are you going to gish gallop or answer my question? I'm being quite direct again.
Enough to make you do the calculation, Nathan.
So you do understand that there is a 1,000-foot wall
No,
of...
there isn't. That's ridiculous. It's a
I
ridiculous
agree. I agree. It's ridiculous. We just see the stuff, don't we, Alex? He still doesn't get it. Priceless. I agree, Alex. There's no 1,000-foot wall. I agree. There isn't. You're right. We just see the stuff. I agree, Alex. I agree with you. You're a brilliant example to flat Earth.
Breaking down. Do you listen back to your stream? It's embarrassing.
Can I try
I would
for a
like.
second?
I would
It's
like
alright.
to ask.
It's alright. Cat's very
I would like
amusing.
to ask a question to
Wait,
Ranty.
Soundly, just 1 second. Wait, where did you Soundly? Sorry, Nathan. Where did you get 1,000 feet from?
It was the 50 miles over 35 or 50 or 100
No,
feet.
like, what did you plug in where?
So if you are observing the furthest tip of the Isle of Man from an observer height of 35 feet, there is, off the top of my head, about a 1,200-foot wall of Earth obscuring your view of that land.
But you're not at 35 feet, Nathan.
It wasn't 35 feet, Nathan.
Oh, here we go. So, hold on. Let's just see if Alex gets it yet. This is about his 8th
I've
attempt.
got it the whole time, Nathan. Go back and listen to your streams instead of bringing up the
You've
same
just told
silly
the
little
audience,
points,
Alex,
thinking you're making
that there is no
any difference other than
1,000-foot
making
wall in the
something
way.
ridiculous.
That's what you've just told the
I know
audience,
how to
Alex.
use the curve
And I
calculator.
agree. I
I'm
agree.
talking about when
There is
Randy's
no
taking pictures,
1,000-foot
not
wall.
35
There's
feet, is
nothing
it?
obscuring
That
our
was
view, as
always my
Alex
whole
says.
We did it at 100 feet, Nathan.
Alex,
You're not
you
remembering.
still haven't got it, and it's
This is
very
where the,
funny to me.
1,000 feet came from. It came from a 50.
And you don't know where the tip is as well, because you don't know anything about that picture. You're
So-
using the bad composite. You got that wrong.
So he's
You don't
going
know
to gish
where any
gallop his way
location
around
is.
that so he doesn't get it. And
So am I going
disrupting.
to go for that?
Right, Roddy, why are you sniping people?
You're right. Outside of sniping any
Roddy, there was only one sleeping warrior in the whole call, Roddy, which was you. Then you sniped 2 or 3 people, and then you was removed. So don't lie,
Did you snipe
Roddy.
me?
How could I have been removed when I'm in the chat? I can't get back on once you've been removed. That's why we have the Skype.
Yeah, that's idiot.
We know you're a liar, Roddy, so your
Yeah.
lies
Well,
don't count.
this
either
is where
way.
the 1,000 feet came from, Hillel. It came
Oh,
from
well,
a
good
50
to know.
mile
Came
yeah,
from
We're
your
going to see if Alex
lies,
gets
Roddy.
it. We're going to
and
see if
it
Alex
shows
gets
Came
it.
from just lying
1,000
about
feet.
where they were.
Yeah,
Wasn't
Google
exactly
Earth. Do you want to bring Google
well,
Earth up? So that's how high
2016.
They thought they were
point
looking
is
at Ireland originally. I mean, that's the
Oh,
hilarious.
now we're on to Ireland.
No,
because
no,
Alex
we
still
don't
doesn't
maintain
get
that
it.
position
This
because
is
it's
No,
really
you keep
good.
making mistakes, but that's all right.
So I'm going to ask you the question again,
But
Alex.
it sounded
Alex, I'm going to ask you the
one
question
little thing, we can all
again.
jump
Alex, can you just put
That's
your
what it comes down to. You don't want to
Sleeping
see
Warrior? Can you
Sally's
pop your
evidence.
screen back on the
You don't
mask
wanna see
again?
the latest stuff.
Can you pop your
Not
screen
about
on the mask
Sally's
again,
evidence.
please, Alex?
Guys,
Sleeping Warrior.
Stupid
Let's put it into context.
Stupid, unfocused imagery rather than look at soundly stuff.
Can you
Let's
pop
put it
your
into
screen on the
context. This is all
calculator
about
again,
got
please,
sniped.
Sleeping Warrior, just so I can show
Before he
Alex.
got sniped,
Just
this
going
is
to
the reason
show
why he was
Alex.
asking, because Lake Pontchartrain and its surrounding basin constitute an whatever that means
Yeah,
ecosystem of national significance. I don't know what that means, but it means
So-
that it's unique.
So, Roddy, do you agree like Ben's now then?
Do I agree that like Ben's?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben's up, Mark.
Well, no, Randy said
That's
he's
not what
bending
Randy was
down.
saying.
Randy said
I
he was
don't know, I
bending
didn't hear
down.
what Randy was
Randy
saying.
was sitting
Oh,
down.
right, so you wasn't listening. You was just in the text chat saying, "Go on, Randy, go on, slaughter soundly." And
As far as
Randy
I
was
could see-
clearly saying that the light bends down. So you disagree with Randy then?
Well, all I know
That is
is
what
that
Randy
we
was
have
saying.
denser air, and if there's cold air at the
Light
bottom of the
bends
Lake
up.
Pontchartrain because it's in a basin like it tells us that it is, then the light's going to bend into that denser air, isn't it? And that's going to be rather
Well-
unique, given that it's
Also, if
below
it
sea
bends
level.
up, then that means Randy. That means Soundly's pictures aren't that, then, isn't it? Because they bend down.
I don't
So
think
you're wrong
Soundly's
again.
pictures are that good. No offense, Soundly.
No, but the whole claim was Randy was saying that the mirage was causing the bend in the pictures. That's what the curve was.
Well,
If you're saying light bends up,
that is exactly what we're seeing.
If you're saying light bends up, then that can't be right with Soundly's pictures. Then
No, I said light
the
bends
curve
down,
bends
Mark.
down,
You
doesn't
didn't
it?
hear me. Down. I didn't say up. I said light bends down when it's going into
so
the
it bends
colder
down
air.
now. Oh, so light does.
Mark
bend
keeps
down.
talking over
When
your
it goes
point. When you
colder
actually
air,
clarify
yes,
it,
like
Mark
bends
just talks
down.
over the top of you, I'm afraid.
Oh, but you just said it bent up, Riley.
No, I didn't. Were you not listening, Mark? Take cloth out
No,
your ears.
Riley,
Right, so
he's
once
taking
again,
you
we
for a
clarified that
fool.
light
Light
does
bends
bend
up.
down,
That
so
means
refraction is a
that
thing.
you get to
So,
see
yes,
a
thank you,
curve.
Riley. Well done.
That's what it means.
Just
It's not the other way
refraction,
around.
the very thing you've been denying for weeks. Well done.
No, Mark, I think you've
No,
completely misunderstood the point.
Like Alex
No,
has misunderstood
The
the
thing that
1,000-foot wall he
confuses me
doesn't
a
see.
little bit is that Anthony, the thing that is confused about me is that you do acknowledge that light does bend up and down, and you've said whatever way, but you also, and apparently I haven't actually seen this myself, but apparently you do agree with Ranty's assessment of whatever it was he was doing, frankly. So, but because
I don't know what point Ranty was getting to. He was getting to a point and he got sniped. But the point at the beginning he read was that it's like Pontchartrain constitutes a something ecosystem of national significance. I don't know what he was getting to. I can't put his words into my mouth because he got sniped. All I'm saying is that if there
But you can put your words into his.
No, what I was getting at is that I'm not sure whether you think that, because you're the one who keeps reading that sentence that says under standard circumstances the effects are negligible. So,
what are you getting at?
Well, what
are they negligible? Or are they enough to cause to make it look like the Earth's curving?
Say that again, Hello. Everyone spoke.
Are the effects negligible, or are they enough to make it look like the Earth is curving?
They're negligible.
Oh,
so then it shouldn't affect Soundly's observations at all.
Yeah, exactly. Well done, Riley. You've just admitted that Randy had a non-point. His point is
it's probably going to cause an effect, isn't it? They're going to get the cold air pooling at the bottom, and like you do.
Doesn't matter. It's negligible. The effect is negligible, so it doesn't matter.
Provocate, Anthony.
I think he's in a
well done. You've just debunked.
Yeah,
well done, Riley.
Hold on. Can I just establish this then? Can I just establish this? Are we now accepting that hold on. Can I just establish this for the audience? Again, a very specific question, Mark. Mark, I'm going to ask it. Are we now accepting on the globe side that the effects of refraction are negligible?
No.
Right, you carry on your point, Sleeping Warrior.
No, we're using their claims. Using their claims against them now.
Do we need to explain it to you?
Fair tit for tat, I'd say.
Yeah, Mark, come on, you tell us.
You seem to be right. I'll explain to you. Randy's point was that it was the refraction that was causing the curve in Soundly's pictures, Nathan.
Yeah, I know his point.
Sleeping Warrior came in after sniping some people and claimed that Randy's point was that the light was bending up. Then I had to clarify, and he said it bends up and down. But he's been saying it's negligible, so it can't be what's happening in the picture, can it? So why is that now, Nathan?
Tell us what happened.
Why is Anthony? Why are you sniping people when you've got a private line?
I just want to clarify that Nathan's up to speed and he understands.
I want to clarify too that standard refraction works against.
I've got a question for you, Mark. Mark, I've got a question for you. Can you tell us about refraction when light goes into? Mark, can you tell us what happens when light goes into more dense air, please?
Yeah, it goes bendy.
Yeah, so if there's more cold air at the bottom of Lake Pontchartrain,
yeah, it goes
and the light goes through it because it's at low level. What do you think will happen, Mark?
It's up and down like switches.
So yeah, we live in Louisiana, one of the most humid and one of the hottest areas of the freaking United States. So good luck with that whole cold water claim.
In like what do you think is going to happen? Like it's going to reflect into the cold air.
Good luck with that cold water claim, dude. It gets up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit in Louisiana. Are you serious right now?
But what do you think is going to happen in a basin area with the cold?
What difference does it make?
Well, think about refraction. Think about what happens.
What's going to happen?
Negligible.
No, hold on. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen if there was cold air in the middle of the summer in Louisiana, the most extreme condition. It would straighten out the causeway. It would make it look less curved, not more.
Well, let's apply Snell's law to
no, see, the thing is there, Anthony, see, you just get an example of an honest person giving you an answer when we know that you're just... do you know, I've learned a lot in the last few days about you.
Answer from an honest person.
I really have. I've heard a lot about you, by the way, but you know, in the last few days, it's been a real eye opener. It really has.
But what difference does that make? Is it hearsay evidence?
Because the dishonesty is just
every
something to behold. It really is.
single claim that you have made over the course of the last year has been shown to be in error. That's what.
So does it sit below sea level soundly? Does it show to sit below sea level soundly?
Is what showed
0.22 feet. Yes,
the
below sea
mean
level.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Remember that no you gave me? Do you remember that no you gave me
sea
just when you accused people of being dishonest soundly? When you said no, and then you told us that it all sits above the land, actually. And
It
then
wasn't being intentionally dishonest, you know that.
Oh well, that's unintentional dishonesty. Oh, it's just
saying?
okay if it's just totally unintentional that he's completely misled the audience and given them incorrect information and was wrong, completely wrong, totally wrong.
3 meters. The land, some marshlands are 3 to 10 meters below sea level in Louisiana. Lake Pontchartrain's mean sea level is at mean sea level. Okay, so it is actually above the land in New Orleans, which is why there is a levee. There is a levee around the city to protect it from the water.
Were they done in, did you do the observations in New Orleans then?
All right, we can check this.
Hold on a second. Did you just ask me if I did observations in New Orleans?
Is the answer to that yes or no?
Oh, hold on. Do you not know of my observations?
Not at all.
Sorry. Yeah, there we go.
But he's a liar.
There's the truth.
That's
What's the answer to the question? Are the observations are they in New Orleans? Yes or no? Is the answer no or yes? Simple. Yes or no?
Why are you trying to tie him down here again?
Because he's just said that New Orleans sits below.
This is called tactics.
I'm going to play this game.
Why do you need to employ tactics?
Let me answer his question.
Thank you.
Where is Metairie? Do you know where Metairie is? In Metairie, Louisiana?
That doesn't answer my question. That's asking me a question about geography, about an area I'm unfamiliar with. Okay. I've never been to New Orleans. I don't know the area.
Metairie is a suburb of New Orleans.
So it is in New Orleans. Thank you. The answer is yes.
That's the location that I took my photography from.
That's all I asked.
Glad we got that resolved.
That's not the only location. I've taken it from Mandeville. I've taken it from Little Tensas Bayou. I mean, there's been multiple Laplace, Rudock. There's been so many observations now.
And are they all in New Orleans? Are they all in New Orleans?
No,
Stanley, I've got a question for you.
I just want to. I just want to get the clarity to this because I've just been.
Channel and stop being silly.
Is it in? Are they all in New Orleans? Because the lake doesn't all sit in New Orleans. That's the reason for my question.
All my observations aren't over the lake, Nathan. That's the point.
No, fair enough. I thought they were all over Lake Pontchartrain. My apologies.
You do, because that's what's repeated in the parrot circles.
Say that again? I didn't understand that.
This is the problem that I actually have with trying to communicate with you guys, is that you guys don't even understand the body of work that you're talking about.
No, mate, nobody really watches your work because there are greater observations.
God, I've spent days and tried to debunk a CGI bird.
CGI bird.
Everybody that's out there, please.
Miles is not
around so we can get rid of this disease.
Soundly, 16 miles is not very much. There are bigger
How many videos did you make about it, Riley? You don't watch it.
There are bigger observations that show flat. So why would we watch 16 when we can see 60, 70,
You
90
have
miles?
yet to provide a single observation that is shown flat.
Who?
Name one.
There's loads, dude.
The Isle of Man shows flat.
Oh, we're going with secondhand information. My aunt's cousin's uncle's mother took this photograph one time, and that proves flat Earth. And yet I have thousands, literally thousands of photographs and videos.
Yeah, but how many photographs have you got where it shows it flat though, Soundly?
None, because it's not flat.
Not one. See, I'm going to
go figure.
I'm going to
take a picture of a wall. It's the same wall later on. Amazing how that keeps happening.
If it was the case that Soundly's got no photos showing it flat, right? It would mean that everybody should get the same repeatable, verifiable evidence that Soundly gets, and I've got it once.
Exactly.
Maybe because you're incompetent.
Now the question is, why is one of the most popular tourist cities in the United States not filled with flat earthers? Why is that not happening?
One of the most popular tourist cities in the United States.
You can go. Yes.
You can go to
New Orleans,
Alabama.
New Orleans is a
Orleans,
popular
dude.
United States city.
Jesus. I mean,
You can
really?
go to any one of these locations. They're all publicly accessible. I invite and challenge
the dump
to go back and take the observations.
It's a dump hole. Why would anybody go to
New Orleans?
What?
Why would
New Orleans is a dump hole?
That's a disgusting remark to make.
Okay, while we're getting into slagging off people's homes, we shall, yes, have about half an hour left on this live stream. Hope you're enjoying it thus far. If you're new to the channel, or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you're enjoying these streams and you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it is live. And most importantly, if you would like to join the debate with the page you are currently watching on mute, simply click the link in the info below this video and join the discussion and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number one, please do not swear. If you do, you'll be removed. And if you are, please do not try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. If you have not done so already, please share this show, as it does increase the live audience, which in turn increases the likelihood of a more diverse panel. So please, please share the show. And one last time, if you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate.
Wait, one second, guys. Nathan?
He's doing
Yes.
Oh, he's gone.
Yes.
Oh, it's fine. I just want to say that I think I think what has happened with these people coming and sniping and doing all this bombing and such is really is a shame, because it's not a good avenue for productive conversation. So I think what's the kind of sniping and such that you get here is really quite despicable, I think.
It really is. It's terrible. We should get a regular list and give out.
Yeah. Do it.
I think it's kind of sexy.
Do it. Do it.
I'm with Pete. I mean,
What, is it kind of dangerous? Sound kind of dangerous?
Do you want me to address that? I mean, I'd like to address it because it's one of those things that I'm happy to show because it happens. You know, it happens to every single person in Flat Earth. I've seen it multiple times, and I've got around it in a certain amount of ways. It only affects me in terms of the amount of time if porn happens, in terms of editing it out, but it's never going to bring down the channel. I've figured my way around it, and it does happen. People get to see it on this channel and how despicable it is. Same with the chat feed. I mean, the chat's the pits. It's disgusting. Some of the people on the panel, Mark Taylor, you're one of them. You're disgusting in the chat feed. But I like that being shown because that shows what Flat Earth is about and how it actually goes down in this arena. And we all get subject to it. You guys on the Globe side, you endure some disgusting behaviour from Flat Earthers. It's abhorrent. And then they accuse you of doing it. So, you know, it's one of those that I want that to actually be shown. So I'm glad it does. I'm glad people see it.
I don't mind. I think flat earthers are like mentally ill, most of them. So
you can be pretty disgusting as well, then, Nathan, can't you?
Yeah, I've done some pretty vile things at the beginning. I was pretty horrible to Tim Osmond to show.
To clarify that, you've been just as disgusting as you accuse other people of being.
Yeah, I've sunk as low as you go. I'll agree.
Uh-oh. Sniper on deck.
I get confused because the globe looks flat.
I've never asked someone how their dead brother smelt like when they pulled them down off a rope.
Yeah, Mark, there's no need to go through the disgusting things I've said. I've just admitted openly that I've said
I've never gone that low, Nathan.
Yeah, you have, Mark, actually.
Well, what have I said, don't worry?
Mark, you troll ranty something rotten.
Can we not turn this into the most disgusting things people have done, please?
I don't think he does ask you to.
Yeah, he did. He asked me to. He said, ring me.
His mum and dad are ill. And he's
no need. All right, I'm going to put a stop to this right away. Look, we're not going to list the most disgusting things people have done. We've all done disgusting things, me included. However, I want that shown. Let's not just reiterate all the things that everyone on the panel's done. Mainly because that might mean I have to face the horrible things I've done, and I don't want to.
Apart from that, Riley, I've given his number to a few people, so it's not only me that rings him.
Yeah, but it is you though, isn't it, Mark?
No.
Nobody else is bothered about Ranty other than you. You got a crush on him.
You're joking, aren't you?
Admit it, Mark. You got a crush on Ranty.
Yeah, of course so.
Yeah, of course you have, because you're the only one that rings
so
you
it's
early
okay
out in the
for him
morning.
to try and dox me,
Just
Riley,
like the
he
Mark
can't
Taylor
dox
that
me
was
and
bringing
I
all
dox
those
him.
other people like
It's all bad then, isn't it, Riley? Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. When he tries to dox me and he can't because he's useless, and then when I dox him and then I'm the bad one, am I? Right, okay, got you.
Mark does some good things, like he pays Poncho's bills.
Yes.
Nobody wants to be doxxed. I've been doxxed. P. Mars has been doxxed. Mark's been doxxed. I don't know if Anthony Riley's been doxxed. I think it's disgusting. Nobody should be doxing anybody.
I've been doxed by Anthony Riley.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, he makes out he does nothing, but he does it. He doxes himself. So, like, you know.
Right. So we're all as bad as each other. We're all disgusting. We're all human.
I've never doxed anyone. I've never doxed anyone.
And I've never behaved badly.
I never even sniped anyone. So.
I only dox when people try and dox me.
I think it's fun.
I warned Randy not to try and dox me, but he wouldn't have it. He kept trying to dox me. The doxing he's done online of me anyway, isn't me anyway. So.
We hate all sinners! Andy Warhol, sinner! Mick Jagger, sinner! Michael Jackson, sinner! Jeffrey Dahmer, cannibal, sinner! We hate sinners! Slamming sinners!
But anyway, I think it's a good thing. It's like you guys should actually watch Soundly's work. Soundly's the biggest guy debunking you guys at the moment. I think it's really bad that you haven't seen it. I think you should be,
they don't want to.
Shouldn't be afraid to challenge your ideas. See good photography, because Riley doesn't know how to use his camera.
Right, man. I went to Soundly's chat the other day for the first time.
Watch loads of his videos. It's amazing. He's got some of his new ones, like really concise, really easy to understand.
Yeah, Nathan, what is it now that you accept evidence on face value or someone else? Before, you were saying that you couldn't accept that. When we said about mirrors being left on the moon, you said, I'm not accepting that. I can't go to the moon and verify it. So how come you're now accepting face value evidence?
From, Ranty and Riley. You haven't done that. You're accepting it and sticking up for it.
I can.
What's up with that?
It's physically possible. It's like when you give the example about Fiji not existing. I can go to Fiji. It is very easy to do that. If I wanted to go to Pontchartrain, I could. The same applies to Soundly's evidence. I haven't, but I will have a look. And it's not that I'm going to assume, well, that's ridiculous. I could never verify that. I can go to Lake Pontchartrain and verify it.
Well, you could go to the
moon.
There
you go. So you have to accept it then. That's
well, no, I don't accept that I can go to the moon.
Well,
you'd have to accept Pontchartrain.
Hold on, we've got a new guest. How you doing, Paper? Rompus is here too. I didn't even notice you had Rompus. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, so I'm feeling a bit sleepy here, so that's why I haven't really been interjecting very much.
Good to have you all saying.
I think Pete
Hi, Paper.
joined too, as well.
Nathan.
Yes?
Nathan.
How you doing, Paper?
Paper.
I just want to ask you a quick question, Nathan. Then I'll sit back. I think it was probably you that booted me yesterday, but there you go.
Me?
I'm not really bothered.
I only boot people specifically for swearing. So yesterday, the only person that got booted by me was Lottie. Specifically Lottie.
I got booted.
If you weren't bothered about it, you wouldn't have
mentioned it. You'd see it on
it.
screen. If I boot people, you see me do it with my mouse on screen. Like then, I haven't moved my mouse. Snipers have come in, muted me, and then kicked you, Paper. Feel free to join with another account, because I haven't booted you. If you did, what you would see on screen, like I'm doing with Sleeping Warrior now, is clicking eject, and you'd see it. But I haven't kicked you, Paper. I really wanted to hear your question. If you stick it in chat, I will read it out.
That was an awfully convenient snipe, I must say.
For me? Not really. I don't mind answering any questions.
Not to say you did it, Nathan.
How you doing, Mate 4? How you doing, Arrow? If we can get one more in the hangout, we can avoid snipers coming in and kicking us all out. Because we've got 9.
They're in the back chat, Nathan.
Fair enough. We're infested. It's a battleground.
Unfortunately, I have to run anyway. Thanks for having me, Nathan.
Been a pleasure, Soundly. I hope you return.
Soundly,
I will be back in your chat again, Soundly. Thank you for having me and being so kind last time.
See you guys later.
Steve Anthony, how you doing?
Steve.
Did we get the answers yet, guys?
Yeah, we figured it out finally. Nathan's finally realised that he's got to go to see Soundly's and realised, yes.
Hi, Steve.
Why is there 2 of me?
I know. It's
Dunno.
Steve Twin Steve.
Remove the other one.
Steve Twin. Hello.
So, Alex, earlier I asked you if there was a 1,000-foot wall in the way, and the answer you gave me was no. Therefore, I agreed with you.
Not from their picture, no.
Right.
Just
I
talking
agree.
about anywhere on the Earth.
There's no 1,000-foot wall in the way because the Earth's flat. The
Nathan,
model
there's something
necessitates it,
you haven't
though,
done yet.
Alex. Do you understand that bit? That your model, the globe model, necessitates that 1,000-foot wall to be there?
You were going. Look, Nathan, you were talking to him about this lighthouse, and you're like, lighthouse, lighthouse. The lighthouse is 30 miles away.
Sure.
30 miles away. And that's if you've even got the right lighthouse, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but Alex, you're misrepresenting what he said. He didn't say there was a 1,000-foot wall of water.
That's what he was trying to go on about to him, and he was trying to
he
go,
wasn't
1,000-foot
talking
wall.
about the other side of the island.
It's like a
representing his
like
words.
Whatever million. No, do you know what I mean? Like,
what are you talking about, Ryan? You said it's a 1,000-foot wall of
Yeah,
water.
1,218
He wasn't
feet.
talking about it in relation to the lighthouse. Stop misrepresenting words.
Right.
I was asked earlier to give it specifically, and I gave it in feet and distance. So someone else on the panel asked me, and I said at 35 feet, looking at 50 miles. I gave it very clearly. I don't dice my words.
No one introduced me.
I did.
Sorry, we did.
This is Stu.
That was a phantom me.
I did,
I didn't
Steve.
hear anything.
And Nathan, quite frankly, yeah, like the main thing that is like stupid is
So
where's
do you
the
get it,
beach?
Alex? Do you get that? So
No,
do you get it, Alex? Do you get that there is in your model a 1,000-foot wall in the way?
Well, at some point, yeah, there is some point a 1,000-foot wall somewhere. Yeah, it's not really a wall. Even saying it like that.
So you do get that there's a 1,000-foot wall because earlier on this call, Alex, you said no. You said there's no 1,000-foot wall.
You're going to play this little semantic word
Not
game.
semantic.
It's sad at your age, Nathan. It
Not
is.
semantic.
It is. Because the reason I was saying you're fudging
Fact.
the numbers is because you're going in there
In
trying to
the
say
heliocentric model, fact. In the heliocentric model, there's a 1,000-foot wall blocking our view of that land, Alex. It's not there, and we don't see it because the Earth's flat. That's the fact.
Is it still?
Not
Are
semantics.
you telling me that's not your argument? It hasn't been what you've been going on about.
I've tried to explain it about 8 times to you, Alex, and this will
So how
probably
much
be the night.
curvature do you think there's in front of the lighthouse now, Nathan?
I'm still not 100% convinced that you get it, Alex. I'm not 100% convinced of that.
You still don't get that. Nathan.
Hold on, we've been joined by a new guest. We've been joined by a new guest. Hold on. Hold on. How you doing, Louis? How you doing? Good to have you here.
Can you introduce me as well while you're at it? Because I didn't hear you introduce me, and I like your voice.
I've been joined by Sean as well. How are you doing, Sean?
Hello. Can you introduce me, Nathan?
I did introduce you, just couldn't hear us.
Well, introduce me again because I didn't hear you.
Steve. I do love you, Steve, actually. How you doing? Good to have you. Sean's more important, though.
Steve.
What up, Steve?
And Louis, too. How you doing, Louis?
Keep up to date. Put the fire
Silent
in the
protest. Love it.
So Nathan, while you're getting confused about refraction and everything, have you still not noticed there's no beach?
His words, Alex.
No beach. Oh, just show me the beach. Show me the beach and prove the Earth.
He still
flat.
doesn't get it. It's
Yeah.
brilliant.
So you
I
don't
love it.
understand that, then there's
Love it.
nothing. There's
I love you,
nothing
Alex.
anyone
You're
can do.
awesome.
Literally, the loony bin is the next place you guys.
Alex,
are going.
stop misrepresenting what was.
I'm not misrepresenting. I'm asking you to show
Alex.
me
Look,
a
I've put it-
beach.
I've
No,
put it
no.
in-
How
I've put
how
it-
is this misrepresenting
Alex,
anything? I'm asking
I've
you
put
to
it-
show me the beach.
Yeah, but Alex,
Show
I
me
put it
the-
in black.
No,
I
stop
put it in black
asking
and
me
white
questions.
for
I'm sick of your questions and your misrepresentations. You show me the beach on your photo and prove the Earth's flat.
Alex, look at what I've put on screen just for you.
Actually, I'm not even near the screen. Hang on. After all that. Hang on. Sorry, I'm coming.
Just so that Alex doesn't misrepresent Nathan or my words.
No, just put me the beach.
The
Oh my god, I can't
Show
believe
Alex
you
the
didn't
tip
see
of the beach.
I actually thought the beach was on screen.
But the
Right,
lighthouse.
that's
only
ridiculous. You
relates
pulled
to
me away from what I was
100.
doing.
That's all it is, Alex.
Yeah, it can't show you the beach because
Show me
there's
the
no beach available in this
Yeah, they're
pictures.
totally triggered.
You don't
They
even
won't let you
understand what
talk.
the
Sleep
Earth
and
is
It's
worry.
funny,
like, if
it's
you're
funny as well,
triggered.
considering Blackpool's only 101 miles away from St Bees, but they can't see
He-
Blackpool, but they can see Ireland.
His wife
100
will just put the camera on himself.
That's very strange, that, isn't it? Very strange.
We could have seen the beach if she just turned the camera background on herself.
Yeah,
But
he could have seen the beach if he had actually worked out how to use the camera.
Listen, if Paul thinks that we would technically be able to see out the back of our own arse when we're taking a telescope, we could effectively see all the way around the world.
Riley, your
No,
eyes are
no,
big enough to see from
don't
space.
swear.
I would agree that you should be able to see the beach.
There's curvature there, and the Earth isn't flat. It's the end of the story, man. You can't get that. Honestly.
I mean, this thing about the refraction doesn't make sense. I mean, does it bend light like a hula hoop, or does it keep the light going in a straight?
I don't know.
What we see, but when we see refraction at all in water, all it does is shift it over. The light hits the water, shift, and then you see it like an inch later. It doesn't bend it miles and miles. There's something about this refraction that doesn't make any sense. And plus, gravity and refraction bending light like a hula hoop. How does light reach us at all? This
Like
thing
a
doesn't make
hula
any
hoop.
sense.
Your hula hoop theory resonates with me.
Yeah, your hula hoop argument seems like a circular argument to me.
So yeah, nothing new. I think you should pull up some Stanley footage and cry. Watch that.
I think we should represent his words properly, Alex.
Oh, represent the words properly.
Yeah.
Yes, you can put in whatever numbers you have. For a fact, you weren't at 35 feet, were you? You weren't there. You weren't at 35 feet.
Oh, but I was, Alex. That's what your model
he
said.
wasn't.
Really,
No,
were you?
he wasn't.
Yeah.
Really? Because some
I
of the
stand
pictures
by
I've
it.
seen really
Riley,
look like a
who'd you
35
go
foot.
by with
stand
the
by
I'm
talking to Alex.
Riley, is it Google that said you was at 35 feet? You said, wasn't it? So can you pull up Google and show us the height, what it says it is?
I'm not talking to you, Mark. I'm talking to Alex. Sleepy
Can you take Randy's cock out of your mouth, Riley?
I've got cake in my mouth. That's how I
No
imitate
need,
you,
no
Mark.
need.
I put
You
cake
take
in my- and then I start
what by
talking.
sucking Randy off?
No need. Come on, Mark.
Yeah, Mark Taylor's knob in my mouth. Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, God, you two are terrible.
Okay, we'll suck away then. Gives you a shout when it's
I
coming.
am Mark. I'm sucking away. I've got cake in my mouth.
Yeah, go on and suck away.
It isn't cake, it's marbles. Get it right.
Yeah.
So you guys seen Jem Panda's video? Oh wait, yeah, of course you did, because you're in the
Oh yeah, and Jem Panda's misrepresented me as well.
Amazing.
Yes, I was on the golf course.
He's raging in the comments.
He said I was on the golf course, and he's used he used a map that was made by the Girl Guides to show where I was. What an absolute idiot!
Man, you got destroyed.
Got destroyed, Riley. Riley wrecked.
It's like half.
Oh no,
your
that's
audience.
ridiculous, man. You should have made like about at least 100 maps by now.
Why would no? He's used a map from the Girl Guides, and he
Should
said,
you,
I was on the
should you
golf
really
course.
be in a Google Hangout telling everyone about it? Because you never know. Like, if Google's heard you and they've ordered the map, then should you really be in it?
Hold on,
Yeah,
new
but
guest.
he
How you
said I
doing,
was on the
Jeremy?
golf
Hold
course,
on,
and he's
Sleeping
been
Warrior.
by the
We got a new
Girl
guest.
No, he
We got a
didn't
new
say he
guest.
was on the golf
How you doing,
course.
Gem Panda?
Right.
Gem Panda, how you doing? Good to see you, Gem Panda.
Hi, I'm good, thank you. That's a lie, Anthony. Another lie.
So your video,
that
good
map-
video,
that
Jem.
map
Thanks for the
came from
advert.
stbees.org, and it's a copy of an Ordnance Survey map.
No, it
And
isn't.
I showed the Ordnance Survey map, and I showed the Ordnance Survey copyright on the bottom. The two maps are the same. I used that one because it's less cluttered and because it has heights in feet. So stop lying.
Why did you crop off the bottom part here, Jeremy?
Because I was showing the bit I needed to show.
Should we show the chat what really is at the bottom, the bit that Jeremy's chopped out of the
Yeah, let's see
It's
it.
irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I showed the Ordnance
the
Survey
map from the
map.
Girl
I
Guide.
showed
Is
the
it a
Ordnance
picture of
Survey
Karen
map.
Pettit?
Let's have a look.
I
Go
showed
on,
the
let's see it.
Survey map. It has
Anthony.
exactly the same heights, and this is a copy from the Ordnance Survey map.
Is it really
You
from
can
the
see
Girl
that if you
Guides?
overlay one over the other. It's exactly the same map. It's just got less detail in it, and that's why I used it for the video, because it was easier for me to chop out the contour line.
All right, let's give him the benefit of the doubt for the minute.
The Ordnance Survey map I had that you can see in the video is a lower resolution, and that's why I used this one. That's the only reason. But the main reason was because it had the height.
Moving on.
No, Anthony, we don't give you any benefit of the doubt. You wouldn't even know how to read this map right here.
But if you want to reject this map,
You don't
use
have
the
a
Ordnance Survey map. It's the same, so it makes no difference.
Guys, let's just
show. No, Anthony, I want you to demonstrate you can even read this map.
Right. Let's see where I actually was, which is the beach.
No. Read the map. Read the map.
Right, I am going to read the map.
Oh yeah, and that's for that point, Anthony. What I didn't point to where you were standing on the map. What I showed was where
the golf course.
Let me finish.
Showed the golf
What I
course.
showed was. Let me finish. Let me finish. Please let me finish.
Just let him finish. Please just let him finish, please.
What I showed was 70.
Is this where I was, Jeremy?
Will you let me finish? Will you let me finish? Let me fucking finish. Stop trying
Jem, no
conceal
need to
what
swear.
I'm
Come on,
trying to
one
say,
warning.
Anthony.
You're very,
Let me
very
finish.
angry already.
Let him finish. You got to let him finish. You got to make.
You don't want to see him when he doesn't finish.
Yeah.
What I showed in the video was where the number 75 is on the contour line. I did not say that that was where you were stood. I simply showed that that was the value attached to that line. That's it. I didn't say you were stood there.
Jeremy, and then you say this is where the...
And this line runs all the way down to where you were stood.
Represented
the same line.
Anthony, that line, the contour line, is just about the general height within a margin of error, within a range of the area within that line. And you do not understand that.
It runs to where he was standing anyway.
I know, right? It does, exactly.
Then trying to wiggle out of it on a technicality. No, make a technicality
Anthony, you're demonstrating
the misrepresentation because I wasn't in the golf.
Anthony, you don't even know how to read this.
Were you on that contour line, Anthony?
Was I there? No.
Were you on? No, you weren't there. I didn't say you were there.
All right. I wasn't on that contour line, Jeremy.
I showed you.
At 75 feet. I was at 35.
Were you on this contour line?
No, Jeremy. I was at 35 feet.
Anthony,
were you on that contour line?
No, Jeremy.
Were you on the place on the map that is covered by that contour line?
No, Jeremy.
You're lying. You're a liar.
I was at 35 feet. Now,
show me where you were on the map.
Yeah, show where you were on the map. Anthony,
let's read this bit, shall we?
Anthony,
girls, let's read what
No, Anthony, you don't know how to read this map. Anthony, reading the words is not how you read the map. Anthony, you're reading it wrong.
Council
Anthony, you're reading it wrong.
Versions contributed by the St. Bees Girl Guides and Trefoil Guild.
Anthony,
why would you do a mock? It says guides.
Why would you do a mock from the Girl Guides, Jerry? It's some kind of credible evidence.
It
Anthony,
says,
you're reading it wrong.
Guides, not Girl Guides. And again, this is a copy of the Ordnance Survey map.
And
are you saying the Ordnance Survey map is incorrect?
How honest are you?
Anthony, one at a time. One at a time, okay? Go back.
It doesn't say Girl Guides, it says guides. And are you saying the Ordnance Survey map is wrong? And please answer my former question, which you've tried to divert from.
I've answered it 4 times.
Point to where on the map you were standing.
Anthony, you've tried to distract me 4 times. Now go back.
On this map you were standing.
Where I was.
Show us where on this map you were standing, Anthony.
Yes. Show us where on the map you were standing.
It is the Girl Guides. I just looked it up. It's the Guides and Scouts. It is definitely.
Now you're lying again. You're lying.
No, that's exactly where I was. Would you like me to show it?
That's good. That's good, Anthony. That is where you were standing. Now, what is that? What is this over on the right of the contour line? What number? What
exactly?
Anthony,
right next
Anthony,
to the
no. Bring that image back up, Anthony. Bring that image back up. All right, there you go. Now, what number is inside that contour line? What is it? What height is represented there?
Yeah, but the problem is,
no.
I'd rather go with the map that says 35.
No.
That's where I was stood, Jeremy. Is that the golf
course, the map's gone all of a sudden.
No, it's not.
Lewis's question is being ignored.
That's because the golf course is behind you.
Anthony,
put it on screen, Anthony.
What height?
I was about here.
So we can see it.
What height?
Jeremy. That's where I was, right next to the caravans, as the video shows.
You were on the cliff edge, Anthony, weren't you?
Yes, Jeremy, right next to the caravans. Not on the
you're on the edge of the cliff, Anthony.
I was right next
next to the caravans. You're nowhere near the caravans. They're about 30 feet away.
Jeremy, can you see golf course?
Which are you closest to, the cliff edge or the caravans?
Riley, no one said you were on the golf course.
Which are you close? Yeah, that's another lie that he tried to tell.
Nobody. Look, literally no one has said you're on the
Nathan
golf course.
also jumped in on that lie because he doesn't understand how contour lines work either.
Oh, no, I do, Jeremy.
Exactly.
Look where
you obviously don't.
You don't know how to even read this
You
map.
were stood on that contour line.
Was I there though, Jeremy? No, I wasn't.
You were stood on the contour line. Stop lying.
Half a mile out, Jeremy.
No,
you don't have to stand on that number 75 to be at 75 feet.
You don't have to be
Anthony.
Any caravans? No.
Everything on that line.
Because I'm not at
75. You don't understand how contour lines work.
So we have approximately 10 minutes left on this rather epic broadcast. Hope you've all been enjoying it. If you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it is live, so toss me a buck or two in there if you are enjoying these streams. But most importantly, if you would like to join the panel, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video. Once you join the stream, there are a couple of rules. Number 1, please do not swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please do not try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. In a moment, I'm going to transition back across to the action. As I say, we have about 10 minutes left, but if you've not done so already, please share the stream, as it does increase the live audience, which in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel. So please share the show. And one last time, if you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate.
In a different place to where you've just indicated on the other map. It's in a totally different place.
Anthony,
Anthony,
Anthony, please slow down. Anthony, please slow down. Anthony, one at a time. We got to talk one at a time, or we're just not going to get anywhere. So let's establish a good back and forth. Okay. The first thing is Google Earth is not an accurate representation of the planet in terms of elevation, and it doesn't claim to be. It actually has disclaimers. It has disclaimers.
So wait, if it's our model, yeah.
And you pointed to one spot on the map, and you pointed to another spot on Google Earth.
No, I didn't, Jeremy. Go and get
Yes, you did.
and show me. I did
Absolutely
exactly the
did.
same spot. Do you know why, Jeremy?
Right,
I know
let's
where
go
I
back
was
to the
stood.
map then. Let's go
And
back to
that
the
is
map.
exactly where
Go
I've
back
just
to the map
told you.
then, please.
Why are we arguing about this? He obviously wasn't
Right, that's
standing
where
at
you are
35
now.
feet.
Right, now let's go to the map.
The map with the Girl Guides map.
The one that doesn't say it's a Girl
Guilds.
Guides map. The
It
one that
says
says
guild.
guides, not Girl Guides. It says guides. So
Yeah,
you-
guides is
what
referring
would
to
be?
the
Girl
guides.
guides,
They're
blind
called
guides
guides,
for the
scouts, and
I
brownies.
don't know. We'll
Which
find
guides
out.
would it be,
And
Jeremy?
it also
Girl
says-
guides? It must
It
be.
also says it was contributed to by them. They could be tourist guides, couldn't they? And also, like I said, and I've repeated several times, reject that map. Use the Ordnance Survey map. I don't care. They're
Just
the
to
same.
clarify, they are referring to the
That's
Girl
no
Guides, though.
different.
It's
And also,
specifically
I mean,
the guides.
distraction.
The Sunbeams
And also,
guides.
just
Right, now
because
point
you
to
can
the same spot on this map, please.
The Sunbeams
not only
guides
didn't
are
you
the Girl
read
Guides,
the
though, just to
words
be
on the
clear.
map properly, you didn't read the map itself properly. So I mean,
did,
you still
because I
haven't
wasn't
done
there,
what
wasn't
we
I?
asked.
Now point to the same spot on this map, please.
Well, it's not on the map, is it? Because it stops here, and that's not where the caravans are, is it, Jeremy?
Move over just a little bit.
The map doesn't stop there. You know it doesn't.
been honest,
You have the whole map. Get the whole map.
Not got it right.
Sorry, Sleeping Warrior, just so this doesn't... We've only got about 10 minutes left, so hold on, guys. Can I just get it in for Jem, please? So what Jem's asking you to do is let the
stop. You don't need to
Any
talk.
caravans on the image, Jeremy?
Get
can
the
you
whole
make it
map out,
expand
please,
so
Anthony.
we
You
can
just
see
showed.
that map with the rest of it, please, Sleeping Warrior?
Nathan, you don't need to talk. You're the moderator. Just shh.
Nathan, what did you ask?
Can you let
Get the
that
whole map
image
out.
of the
Sorry.
guides map expand out so that it includes the caravan? Because it does include it on Jem's video. I've watched it.
It doesn't at all.
You've just shown it right here in this hangout where you were showing us that it was by the where you incorrectly said it was from the Girl Guides.
So can you show me where it shows the
that's-
caravans then? Because the caravans are off the screen. To
Move it over. You can move it over. We know you can because you've been zooming in.
He's on a video.
This is ridiculous.
You don't want
I mean, if people can't see that this is just you just being obtuse and obfuscating.
No,
then
darling.
there
Everyone
must
can
be
see
Okay,
something
just
wrong.
for limited for time,
It's
Sleeping
completely
Warrior.
ridiculous.
Just for
Don't
I
worry,
want this to
Jem,
be
we all
shown,
Just shown
please.
the map in this hangout.
Just
about
play the
3 minutes
section.
ago.
Just play the section of video that has that contains that map, please.
Let's see if he can do it.
Look, Ordnance Survey map.
There we go.
Exactly
Why are
what's right? Thank
There.
you. Now point to the same spot.
Oh, a little bit further back. A little bit back.
So he does stand outside of that ring.
Pause it, dude. Pause it, dude.
That's a totally different spot to where you pointed to on Google Earth. I'm sorry, but it is. Can anyone else see that?
Mm-hmm.
He's pointing to the corner right next to the caravan, and on Google Earth, he's pointing to the edge of the cliff.
Can you bring up
There's two
Google
different
Earth, Sleeping
places.
Warrior? Can you do that? Got enough time. We've got about 4 minutes left.
4 minutes too many. These shows suck.
I can't do this anymore.
Good to have you.
Hold on, Jim. Hold on. It's nearly over. And you can get cake.
I should get some cake. Cake would be better than this show, but you know, I guess I have problems.
I'm enjoying it.
I can't make a decision on how I should
Tell
spend
us-
my
still looking at the
time.
map. Tell us why you lied about it being the same spot in both videos.
I didn't, Jeremy. You've made another mistake. I
We
pointed
have
Oh no,
multiple-
we haven't. It's very obvious.
Anthony, we have multiple things demonstrating that you are lying about it. Okay,
Jeremy,
at least
like I
and if
put
you're
in the
not
video-
lying, then you're dumb. All right, if you're not lying, then you're really dumb.
And like I put in the video, Jeremy,
He's
when
lying.
when you criticise saying that the beach was drier because and for some reason I'm in a different place. All it
No,
means,
not
Jeremy, is
drier,
that
not drier. Showing a
Oh,
different.
go on. Let's hear this. I want to hear this. This will be
Anyway.
At this bit here, Jeremy, you said that the beach. Oh, hang
Yeah,
on.
go on. Let's hear it.
Yeah. I put it in a comment under your video, Jeremy. It's there. Hang on.
We've read your comments, dude. You're just wrong.
No. You see, what happens when the tide goes out, Jeremy? It goes out initially and it's still
Different
wet.
location. Look at the coal rig. Look at the coal rig.
Yeah, but what happens when it goes all the way out and then
Look
comes back in?
at the coal rig.
Right. So how much later was it then, Anthony?
A few hours. I didn't measure.
Well, how
it.
many
It was
hours?
months
How
ago.
many hours? You must
But the
know
point
how many
is, though,
hours.
the beach dries out.
What time did you film? Did you film the first shot? What time of the day?
I don't know. It was
Okay.
it
What
was
time
months
did you
ago.
leave home, or where did you go directly from home?
Jeremy? It was months ago. It was a few hours
So,
later.
you must remember the trip. How could you not remember it? Don't be
Jeremy,
silly.
the tide goes out on the left one, and then a few hours later, it's on its way back up, and that explains.
Okay, so
why
how
it's
many
dry.
hours later? So explain to. So what happened? You filmed the first one, then what? Did you go and have lunch, or what happened?
Right, Jeremy, you've not understood that this was taken
I
at
have.
the end of October.
I understand it for a few hours. I know what that.
No.
So
but
let's investigate
the
that
end of
few hours.
October.
What
So there
happened
wasn't a
during the few
hangout.
hours?
And then when I didn't go back out and capture the other video because of a hangout.
Anthony,
I went-
you do understand that everyone can see you lying. That it's really obvious.
Everybody can see that you've got your facts wrong and are trying to trip me up. and that's
You
all
don't
that
have
you're
any
doing.
facts, do you? I'm asking you for them, and you aren't able to provide any.
The fact is, Jeremy,
You don't know what time you did the first one. You don't know what
tide's on
time you
its
did
way
the
out
second.
there, Jeremy.
Can't
and
remember what happened.
It's on its way back in because
You don't know
the
what
beach is
time you
dry.
left home. You don't
Anthony,
know anything about this. You have no temperature readings, no pressure readings. You don't even know what bloody day you did it on. You don't know what the tide was at. You don't know what you're looking at. That changes from day to day.
Ding ding knockout.
It's
Surely
pretty
if you can
clear.
just
It's
get
pretty
the
clear what's
original-
going on here is that
Anthony.
Anthony, Nathan, and Ranty got together
right.
and they were going
Yeah,
to call
agreed.
everyone liars tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Just check the original file and it should tell you when it was created. Then we'll know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
we
could be a
can see
timestamp.
the fingerprint
don't
of
you
the
show us the
wetness on the
timestamps
beach,
on it?
right? There's a fingerprint of how the water's laying on the beach, and we can see that it's moved.
Yes, and it's gone all the way out and it's come all the way back.
I wouldn't argue this,
you
Anthony,
moved
because
like
there's
half the
better
length.
evidence than I've shown out there. I
You
promise
have
you that.
moved like half the length of a football field at least, okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
Admit it.
but do you understand what happens when the tide goes
So,
out?
Sleeping Warrior, this would be reasonable to ask you, right? Could you provide a screenshot of the properties of your file, your video file that you have, the raw video file? Because it will tell us the time and date that it was created on. Would that be possible, please? Because that's reasonable. That's a reasonable. I'm making a reasonable. Yeah, it's reasonable. I want
That would
I want
be
that
open
data
and
to be
honest.
reasonable.
Like, yeah, that's
Provide
like
that.
what Soundly did. Soundly did that with all of his images. So you should be open in that manner as well.
So,
I would like to see if it's been tampered with personally.
well, would there be any point in me showing you? Because if I show you that and it supports my version of events, would you then just say I've tampered?
Just show us the properties.
Yeah, but hang on. If I show it and it supports my version of events, would you say I've tampered with it?
If it's been
It depends. We have to.
Well, then there's no point in me showing you.
I would, because it sounds like
Okay,
you've
well,
already tampered with
Show
it.
me.
Show us. Oh,
Quit showing it.
do a cop out there.
If I show it you and it supports my version of events and you accuse me then of faking
But you
it,
haven't
then there's
given
no
us a
point in
version of
showing
events.
it.
Well, we shouldn't show you anything then, shouldn't we, Riley? But that looks
Told-
that's what you do.
just
There's a
tell us
reason why this was so ambiguous, this video. There's a reason, because
And with that, I am going to say, first and foremost, a huge, massive, enormous thank you to the live audience for tuning in and sharing this video. And of course, a massive thank you to all of the debating panel for making this debate possible. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.